welcome to a fabulous Tuesday here in December 2022.
2022, everybody.
It's been a wild year.
I look so tiny when I lean back compared to you.
But if I lean back, look at this.
Nah, those are just some guys at the local store. Look at those
look
bros.
Look at these lovely lads. That's the new board. That's the new show. The Lovely Lads. The local Lovely Lads.
I actually love that.
The Lovely Lads.
The Lovely Lads.
Yeah. Or,
hello.
You know, it could be like the local lads.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's a vibe there. In fact, it may just need to be like if you went into a small town pub and there are these two guys sitting at the pub, you know?
Yeah.
Just yakking it up.
One of them kind of is associated with the dark energy, and one is associated with the light energy, like a yin yang.
I don't know what that has to do with anything.
On display.
But you know, like I do feel like if
we get a little half pint every day.
In an alternate reality, you and I end up at the Hilltop Bar every evening.
Yeah.
In Chelsea, Oklahoma.
Not that alternate, let me tell you.
I'm saying it was
I'm
close.
about 1 click away.
It's one click away. There's a Hilltop Bar, and people walk in, and it's just us talking about. That's what this is right here.
Yeah.
It's like what. I can't even imagine the first time viewing experience around these parts.
Yeah, well, if you're a first time viewer, welcome.
Yeah.
And what is it like? It's already off the rails. Hey, a couple of things everybody should know. One is we have some limited edition holiday tokens. It is yin yang, yes, Bumble J. Yin yang, not yin yang.
Yin yang.
As you might not know, this was actually my major at university.
Pronunciation.
If we're I majored in pronunciation. If we're lads, we got to talk about university. We don't go to college anymore. We go to university.
That's right. And I
we drink
need
pints,
a scarf, and a pipe.
That's right. That's right. We have some limited edition holiday. Hold on, I'll grab them.
We could have a different show. It's like you have the pub show. You've got the lads with the scarves and the things show.
Yeah.
And it's like
all these different characters.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, it writes itself. Gosh, Zach, it's just, you get to this part of the year.
Sam Kerr now saying I'm ready to watch the Fab Lovely Lads this evening. Well, happy to have you here. Joe Solo, local lads or lovely lads. I'd like to believe those are both true statements. Who knows? It's
yeah,
the winds of change are afoot.
This part of the year, it's this year in particular. This year, I've said it a million times to a lot of people in my life.
Also getting hate for the Starbucks cup. Listen.
Hey, where's mine?
What did you get? This is so old. It's not that old. It's not uncomfortably old, but it's like there's no.
You ordered like a week ago and you're just not drinking it?
Here, you asked if I had cards right before the stream.
Yeah.
If I brought the cards. So I got the prompt to bring all the assassin stuff.
Right.
It's like, well, technically, all the assassin stuff is the assassin cards, one binder, cool.
Mm-hmm.
But we need the generics,
and
we're not the two generic binders.
Oh.
And then I don't know what the assassin is playing against, or even how the assassin works.
I don't either.
You have a Bolton deck, I know.
I sure do.
And I was like, well, I probably need to bring my Viscerai deck from last week just in case.
Yeah.
We play Bolton, and it's like, okay, we figured that. What I don't even know. But got all the stuff together, multiple bags. I have them back here, which we'll get to in a minute. Put them next to the stairs in my house, which I pass on my way to the car.
I feel like I know where the story's going, but I don't understand the part of it where you're not texting me and asking me what I'd like from Starbucks.
Here's why. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
I got here, and I was like, and I'll edit this for the kids. I was like, oh, darn. I forgot my Fab cards somehow. How did this happen?
My conundrum still exists.
It's like, well, I guess I'm going to drive home and get the cards and come back. And I hate wasting time's fine. Unnecessarily wasting time, not fine.
Necessarily wasting time is kind of an interesting
by
concept
choice,
to pull
right?
out. Yeah.
Like if two lovely lads were hanging out at the pub, just shooting the breeze.
That's
fine.
not. But that's surely not wasting time.
It's not. It's
the whole point of being alive.
I was gonna say that's the whole point of life. So
yeah.
what are we here for? Driving back to my house after I just got here.
Yeah. Not
the point. So it was at that time that I was like, well, I'll at least make it feel like it was worth my time. I'm gonna get Starbucks on the way.
Yeah. I still just don't understand the answer to the question.
You weren't around? You weren't at the office? I don't know when you're going to be at the office. I don't know what you're going to be doing.
Yeah. And sometimes, anybody who's out there wondering, should I offer to do something nice for somebody else in my life, they can answer those questions for you. That's the important thing to remember. Is this time of the year, December? I don't feel like I have anything left in the tank. In fact, I feel like somebody siphoned it all out.
Joe, so Zach lives at a Starbucks. Yeah, so we're at the end of the year. We're closing on the year.
Here's some tokens here.
Energy tank running out. We're also kind of, I don't know. I'm always nervous to say what I'm about to say, but it feels like we're finally leaving pandemic mode.
Yeah.
Last year,
it took a lot.
I said
us,
that,
didn't it?
And it was like, hey, we're gonna have our holiday party in January. It's gonna be great. And then Omicron showed up, and it was like, never mind. It's back. So I'm nervous to say it. I'm gonna knock on the table.
Or it could be some sort of flesh-eating bacteria, tomorrow.
Yeah, the virus was surging in China recently. Have you followed that?
Oh yeah, entire food chain could collapse. Some kind of catastrophic event could come out of nowhere. Asteroid could be headed for Earth. There's a million different
if that
things
happens,
that could
we were
happen,
done for anyway. But in the meantime, there are these tokens that you should buy.
Down, all the way down.
If you're worried about the Earth and imminent heat death, you should buy some tokens because
none of it matters, right? Yeah, you may as well look at pretty things.
The rules are made up and points don't matter.
Clutch your children close to your chest.
And there's definitely no oil used in this product.
No oil, no. This is clean. This is organic oil. Yeah, it is acrylic, so I suppose it is a plastic product, but
But it's a plastic product that'll last a lifetime.
That's right.
So on the reduced scale, high.
It's not single use.
Yeah.
So we've got the
Russell, this pub is depressing.
The frozen, the armor, and then the energy. If you play Oldhim, I saw a comment about that earlier.
Oldhim God have mercy on your soul.
What's really cool, you guys, we haven't really talked about this.
You mentioned pronunciation. How do you say it?
It's Oldhim.
It cannot be Heim.
No, not unless there's a mark over the I.
There's not anything above the I. There's not an A. There's not another vowel anywhere.
All right, we're going in.
There's not even like an E after the M.
No, there's no
where
reason.
You could almost make the case.
Basically, if you just listen to Arsenal Pass, just do it. Whatever they're not doing is probably the correct pronunciation.
That's a good heuristic.
Yeah.
Whatever they're doing, don't do.
It's a really good example.
I know that's
a joke. Okay, check this out.
That's a good example of a joke. I got him. All
right, look at that. So this is your armor. But if you can tell, you can't tell at all.
We need to put it on a card. Let me get a card.
You can't even tell that there's a obvious frosted side and then more of a parallax side.
It's because you got that white background.
Yeah, maybe that's true.
I got you.
It's more obvious on the resource. Boy, you just can't see it at all. Huh.
I'll just get like a basic example here. Put it on a card. Can't see it now because it's in live chat.
Yeah, we're getting struck by that. Actually, let's put a thing on here. So this is like if you have a frostbite, it looks nice. So nice. Can you see it here? You see how the texture of it changes?
Oh, totally.
Like the back of it becomes more present, and then this one is mainly the front because the back is frosted out of the equation.
Yeah, like there's one side that's frosted and one that's just translucent, right?
Yeah. And then showing the edges. There's the edges. Look at that.
They clean.
It's a clean edge.
Chris saying, you mean it's not Skeleta?
No, I don't know. I honestly don't even know how you get there.
It's literally spelled like skeleton.
It's a skeleton.
Skeleta. There's no O-N at the end. There's an A.
Yeah.
Although I was saying viscerae wrong for a long time. It's viscerae.
Well, that's an acceptable problem. Because AI is not, it's not like, there's no conclusion on that,
It could be either.
It could be either.
Like, how do you say D-A-I?
Die?
Or day.
Day, oh, right.
M-A-I? May? I don't know, dude. I barely know how to read. So you have to forgive my pronunciation of things. But I'll tell you what, Oldhim is Oldhim.
That's the greatest pub I've ever been to.
Yeah. They sell tokens? It's crazy.
It's crazy.
They kept talking about these subscriptions. I don't even know. What is a subscription? I subscribed on YouTube. Boxes didn't start showing up. I don't know how this works. Some people subscribe and it's like, when do I get a chance to buy the thing? Like it's Patreon.
You got the Rudy thing where it's like you subscribe to buy? What is that? That's the greatest deal in baseball.
I'm telling you, man. Covenant Patreon 2023, here we come.
Rudy Costco model over there.
Here's the deal. You're going to pay us monthly to then pay us a premium for a bunch of things all the time.
I tell you, we need to revolutionize the business.
All right, I'm in.
We'll get some new ideas flowing here.
Gumption runs high around these parts.
$50 membership a month.
Sounds good.
And with that,
We'll stream every day.
You can buy all of our products. Can you imagine? Man, they really did a great job, didn't they? They got that hot dog and that rotisserie chicken, still like $1 or something like that.
Well,
yeah, fascinating.
Yeah, the old Costco loss leader. Wampa coming in with a hot theory, convinced that Arsenal Pass mispronounces on purpose for audience retention, and angry viewers are loyal viewers.
Well, we're testing the waters on that one, aren't we?
No way to get engagement than to say something wrong.
That's lovely.
It's like that time I played Vistrai early with Tunic.
Yeah. Man, everybody lost their minds.
Most comments in the history of the stream.
Have you considered Skeleton?
It's like, well, why is he not playing Skeleton? This guy's an idiot.
I felt a little bit that way with Bolton on Raiden.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's like, well, have you considered? It's like, have I considered sabers?
We're here trying to do something.
Have I considered
you know what we're trying
sabers?
to do? We're trying to do the impossible. You see?
Here's some real talk. You guys want to know some things? We're not going to be streaming next week. That's right, Bryce. We officially decided that. But what we are going to do is we're going to come in the week after that, and we're going to do a week of celebration.
Okay.
Because the content plan is changing. It's changing. We're not going to stream every day. Not that we did that this year either. There was many weeks off and those kinds of things. Yeah. But we are still going to stream in some capacity. I think what it's looking like right now is we will stream in exciting moments, like rather than being like Monday at 1:30 and then having this. We want to get rid of this intro screen too. Honestly, it just causes so much pain
the 30 minutes.
For so many people.
Talk about doing something to get people to comment. It's like, have you guys ever considered removing the 30 minutes?
It definitely gets you to stop watching it on your smart TV. Like I've even been in that position where I click on the thing and then I'm like, I gotta press fast forward for 30 minutes. It's like I'll just go watch.
I'm gonna be quite honest. There's almost a 0% chance I would ever watch a 4-hour live stream while it wasn't live.
I know.
So
you never watch yourself back? You don't give yourself notes and stuff?
No.
I do. That's how I've established my character so well.
Oh, see, part of my character is the chaos. So consistency is not even worth pursuing for what I'm trying to do over here.
That's right. That's kind of a life hack, isn't it? If my vibe is I don't have a vibe, the vibe's always changing.
Easy, man. Easy.
It makes sense.
I have actually rewatched some things, parts of it, specifically Middle Earth TCG. Anytime I was streaming it again.
Yeah.
It's like, because the best way for me to remember how to play is to watch about 20 minutes of me playing. Yeah. Once you get in the flow, it's like, I get what's happening here. Mm-hmm. But if you try just to start refreshing with like the rule book or something, no.
You could also do the Bo Burnham thing where you just start watching your old streams.
Yeah. When we started re-envisioning the content strategy, I thought this is where we'd get. Yeah. It's like, instead of doing any more streams, let's do streams where we start from the beginning of the pandemic. We watch our streams and react, and then we'll loop all the way back around. Eventually, we'll react to ourselves, reacting to ourselves.
It's remarkable. Anyway, a little backstory on that. So in March 2020, we started streaming because it was all we could do in the pandemic. And we just kept doing that.
That's all we could do.
We just kept doing that.
Could have done nothing.
For a while. And we're feeling the grind. We're feeling the what do you call that, really? Entropy. Really, there's an entropy to it. We've gotten it about as good as it can be. And we want to do different things. We want to do some more exciting things. But we still want to be able to connect with all of you out there pretty consistently. So we think we've got a really good system in place to do that. But we want to officially do a send-off to the official every day. We're Monday through Thursday. We're going to be on air chatting with folks. Because I think at this point, we're just really feeling honestly, I'm feeling the loss of time. There is a lot of things to be doing in the marketing world. And this is a big spend in terms of hours every week.
And I think part of why we ended up streaming like we did in the pandemic was we're restricted on what we even could work on or could do. And a lot of people in our community were in the same boat in terms of can't get out and play, can't play games with people or socialize and that kind of stuff. But as we've seen, even our own community is starting to get back out there and be a part of these communities and stuff. So there's a lot of stuff we want to work on that takes time. And
big stuff.
Streaming every day just hits a little different.
It sure does. Man. Yeah, but it's going to be it may be actually more content total in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, and hopefully more content that is more valuable and enjoyable for more people.
Yeah, worth watching. A couple of comments here, and then what we're going to do today, we're going to dive into the Assassin. Zach and I are actually doing this basically live.
We're doing it live.
I haven't really looked at Assassin aside from the previews that rolled through. I haven't given it any consideration for deck building. So we're just going to talk shop and see if we can figure out some ideas.
All I know is that there are contracts that you somehow fulfill. So we will...
Boy.
Also, I know that...
I know a little more than that.
Surgical extraction, very hard to come by. Also notable, we do have singles online for
We do.
Dynasty. Is that the name of this set?
Dynasty, yeah.
A lot of those are disappearing.
They've been selling really well.
Yeah,
actually.
So if you want those, I think non-foil surgical extraction is gone. So don't get too excited.
And I saw Chris, your comment earlier, got a shipping notification in 20 minutes of placing a singles order.
That's awesome.
Got a need for speed around here.
That's a direct need for speed. Notably, too, they announced the name of the next set.
Lewis has got it. Lewis is on it.
Outsiders.
Outsiders. We're going to the pits.
How are you feeling?
We're getting the Starvo version of Azalea.
What's the pits? Hey, you want to see something?
Yeah.
Go top down.
I'll tell you what's the pits.
Let's show people the pits. I brought this just in case. I always have it on me now. Literally, I'm just not really, but it's a map. I was gonna say, where's the pits?
Oh, man, that is a cool map.
This
Dang,
map
that
is
looks
killer.
good on stream.
Yeah,
Woo.
dude, and look at this. They've got the sun and the moon.
And I'm not going to these things.
And the phases of the sun and the moon over here with the two light and dark characters.
Is this waning or waxing?
I have no idea. I couldn't tell you. Then they have the four corners with the different stuff going on there. Really cool.
Okay, so let's look at where we are.
So
here's the pits and metrics.
This is Arya.
Okay.
Which is
this is
Tales of
where
Arya,
Briar comes from.
And so Bravo's from over here too.
Solana is the big. This is when we had Monarch.
Dorinthia.
And Bolton, presumably.
And
right?
Bolton are from
And
Solana.
Prism.
And Prism. You got Volcor, which is Kano.
Yeah.
And that's where Dynasty and all that stuff's
and
happening.
Kasai?
Yeah.
Technically, maybe? Thought to
we
be.
think Kasai has the lava border.
Yeah.
So that's the
gotta
thing.
be.
Mysteria is where Katsu's from.
Mm-hmm.
And that whole thing. Savage Land, you got the Rhinar thing going over here.
Yeah, all the broods are from there, yeah.
The Demonastery.
Levia chain?
Yep. And
Just presumably, I mean, I haven't gotten the lore too much.
Look at this little dragon down here.
This looks so good.
Isn't it so? I love this map.
I'm annoyed now. This is the greatest playmat I've ever seen.
It's so good, right?
What is this?
They did good.
How did nobody talk more about this?
It was a participation for being at the first World Championship. So here we are. I love maps. You know I love maps.
Yeah,
so.
everybody. You gotta love maps.
Yeah, I mean, it's just crazy not
This,
to love
I
maps.
feel like this is. I think there's a story to be told about why Solana is so relatively abandoned.
Yeah,
in
why
the
this is
outskirts.
all just.
You gotta have at least a little suburban kind of,
I think it's kind of just wilderness, apparently.
That's a D&D campaign waiting to happen.
It is a D&D, yeah. Is that what their PvE format ultimately is?
PvE
a D&D
campaign.
supplement plus a card
Did
game?
you see? I forget
Anyway,
where
we're going here. Wait, this is where Dash is from, yeah? Metrics?
The metrics.
So
Yeah.
this is the mechanologist, and then under...
I think the pits is kind of like the underworld of that area.
Under metrics? Is it like that show show that was based on that Dota-style game? You know what I'm talking about? Arcane?
Yeah.
Arcane, they have a split. They have the upstairs world, and then the downstairs,
Don't know. Couldn't tell you. Also, notably, the map just kind of... What's over here? What's happening?
Oh, like there's more. Right. They left themselves up. And there's anytime you see water,
Yeah, of course.
anything can happen.
I mean, Britain's just basically right here. Just
Yeah.
waiting to be found. You know what I mean?
Would that be weird?
So
It's
yeah,
like
right?
Winston Churchill is the next hero or something. It's like, no, I can't play this anymore. This is dumb now.
It's not Winston. It's just Churchill.
They're already rolling the dice pretty heavy on the weird naming schemes, you know?
Like Oldham.
Like Oldham is
I mean,
questionable.
Oldham. Forgive me.
There's the other one. There was one. What's the most egregious one?
Chain.
What you need.
Genus. What you need.
There was one that was really overtly just like, really, this is the name of this person or thing.
Bravo.
No.
Who's the flesh merchant guy?
Cabdine.
No, that's a good name. That's a fine name.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I
Azalea.
played Spelljammer D&D this weekend, by the way, and it kind of reminds me of this because you can just...
What's Spelljammer for those? Not me, but
It's
for those at
so
home that don't know what it
weird.
is.
It's so weird. Imagine that So all throughout the history of D&D, there was different settings developed, like Ravenloft, Forgotten Realms, Black Sun, all these different things you could play in. So what Spelljammer was basically D&D. It was a reaction to Star Wars. So it was D&D in space.
Okay.
But the ships are organic and very strange and look like animals. And you go out into this like wild space, and there's these crystal spheres that are actually all the different D&D settings.
All of them.
So then you can just like plow into
So instead
one,
of a planet, you like land inside of Dungeons
a new
and
setting,
Dragons or wherever.
and it's like, oh, now I'm in Ravenloft, or now I'm in Forgotten
Wherever.
Realms, or now I'm in, I don't know. We didn't get very far. We just made characters for 6 hours and then had a fight.
Pretty convinced about 80% of RPGs is character making.
You're totally right.
Oh man, yeah. Just every time I look at this map, I'm seeing new things. I haven't noticed this guy before.
Yeah, it's like a statue.
Yeah, I did notice the like dragon into the
wolf
phoenix
here?
thing here. And then you have the whatever this bird is.
I mean, yeah,
Forget
this
what
is
that
just they just let an artist run wild. This looks
Yeah. And
awesome.
look at
Like,
this.
come on,
Like you
man.
have some kind of mech thing. Like it's Aria, elemental, and then it leans into this like weird mech light bulb thing.
Mhm.
So, anyways, so the next set is Outsiders, which is focused, I think, here.
This area, yeah.
Or is
yeah.
it just pits? Is it also metrics?
I think it said metrics. Hold on.
I'm gonna put this away.
On the bottom too, with like Savage Lands, Volcor, and then.
Yeah.
Let's just take a look. So is this on their website yet? Or was it just in the weird, like,
Don't know.
Facebook thing? So anyway, join us week after next. This is going to be a fun time. We're going to look at some of our old streams, I think, and chat about things. And do a little recap and say a proper goodbye to a phase of content, and then make way for the new phase.
It was a great phase.
It was a great phase.
A lot of
Is it Fab? Yeah, it's FABTCG.com. A lot of meaningful moments, really, in this phase, for sure.
a lot of great people showed up during that phase.
Joe Solo, one of them. The only one.
The Joe Solo. Joe may have been around before that though. I don't know.
Why? Okay, so this isn't. It's not here. It's
What
not.
is that?
It's not on the website.
Asking how do you store your playmates? You know where it is. The source of all information on the internet. Apparently. Shadow. Twitter. This is a joke.
You know,
but
this
it is
is
100% on Twitter. I know it. That's where I saw it.
That kind of stuff drives me crazy, man.
All right, here we go. Ready for me to read you the announcement?
I need a proper source. I need it, captured in a blog. I'm an old-fashioned person.
Yeah. You need like a email newsletter.
I don't like official information living in this kind of ethereal, ever-changing marketing space that you can never reference.
What you start to understand is that official information, it's all made up.
Yeah.
Just someone posted somewhere about something.
Yeah.
Whether it's a website or a Twitter account. Who
Somebody
knows?
takes a picture, they post it on Facebook, then all of a sudden it's on
It's
Discords,
official.
and then I guess it's official.
Flesh and Blood delves down into the pits, the sprawling web of underground caverns and canals, home to all manner of backstabbing and skullduggery. Outsiders releases March 24th, 2023. Pre-releases in-store worldwide.
They're getting
March
ahead of schedule.
17th
They're doing a good
through
job.
The 20th.
And I think that's important, particularly to this stream, because we will get more assassin cards, you have to imagine.
And potentially interesting for people that like to play heroes that maybe are from that area, like Azalea.
Azalea's from the pits.
You think we'll get a Azalea Star of the Show vibe?
I do think we will. I think we'll get some kind of Azalea.
A superstar Azalea?
Azalea Collector of Debts or something
What do you
like
think
that.
her talent is? That's Ranger. No, not what is the talent? We don't have the Pitts talent.
in the pits is Shadow.
Our class is Ranger.
No, wait. We already have Shadow?
We already have Shadow. That can't be it.
What would you think of when you think of thieves and skullduggery?
Slinking, hiding. It's Shadow. So it's Shadow, but not Shadow, right? Shadow, to me, carries with it this like dark magic. It's not dark magic. It's like
If
stealth.
the next talent is slinking, I will
It's
quit
not
playing the
slinking.
game.
But it's like stealth.
Yeah.
Like
Stealth or like thief a talent. I don't know. They're doing everything now. They got warrior wizards.
I mean, the talents there are like draconic.
Yeah.
So there's probably gonna be some weird word, but the idea behind it, you know what I mean?
What do you guys think?
Well,
Pirate as a talent.
Let's look at Arachne to see how it functions.
Mercenary. That'd be a good talent.
Between Arachne and Azalea, we should have some context, right?
Yeah. Let's look.
Is it
think.
Man, look at this.
Debate going on that Mechnologist is a town.
Yeah,
That
we've
is a
never
debate.
known if Mech's a talent or a class, and nobody wants to spill the beans on that. Deviant, that'd be a good one. Mercenary, yeah. And are these going to be, you think, following an Arachnne, are these going to be the mill classes?
Oh man.
It's going to be the mill talent that banishes cards off them. Because they're going to follow in the footsteps of every card game in Magic. So I think they're going to... Oh, Underworld. Underworld would be an incredible talent. That's what it's got to be.
What does Underworld do?
Ravenous Babble says Underworld, and I think that is it.
Ravenous Babble?
Underworld Ranger.
Ravenous Rabble?
Underworld...
Can you imagine
Underworld Warrior.
a Ravenous Bobble?
I wonder if the Underworld Warrior will have a way to do more than 3 damage per card.
No way.
No way.
That is a box that gets...
You're so right. I forgot that it
No
was
way,
a
dude.
warrior. Yeah.
Don't you start
I
dreaming.
appreciate that.
No.
Yeah.
Solana is about light, not optimism. I've got to say, I feel like I'm on point today.
You are on point. You're bringing it. It's that Starbucks.
Yeah.
It made your life better.
Imagine if everyone on the show had a
It would
Starbucks.
be something, wouldn't it? It would really make a
The
difference,
energy.
wouldn't it?
Well, I'll tell you what would make a difference. Give me the top down again. Look at this. You should love it. It's a binder of all the assassin cards. Doesn't that make you pleased?
That's it? That page?
I did it in
Oh, okay.
I did it in a visually pleasing fashion here with the 2 knives on the side.
Oh, that is really pleasing.
Yeah, I figured you'd like that.
Way to go, man.
So Arachnne, Huntsman.
Yeah.
That's what we need to build a deck.
Yeah.
I have not done this.
All we need to do is look at the cards and get a key off of kind of theme.
Yeah,
And figure out what's going on here.
And then also just apply the lessons learned from the Michael Hamilton School of Math for kids who don't math well.
Right. So we just need to do everything that gives us the big numbers.
Big numbers, yeah.
Yeah. Understood.
And blocks for 3. Arachnne Huntsman, 4 health, 4 day life. Whenever you play a card with contract, you may look at the top card of your opponent's deck. You may put it on the bottom.
Okay. Play a card with contract.
Let's just get that out.
Look at the top card of their deck, and you put it on the bottom. So, on its face, even if we don't basically work with the bottom of the deck in any kind of way, we can potentially keep their best cards from reaching their hand, or we can at least know
What's coming?
what's coming, which makes you want to play that card that can tell them they can't play anything. Remember that meta?
What is that?
How
card
about that
called?
one? That's a blast from the past.
Chains of Eminence?
Chains of Eminence.
Yeah. To me, even picture Planning's Briar. You see a Mount Heroic, you put it on bottom.
Right.
So not only did they not get it, but you know one's on bottom.
Yeah.
So then you see the second one, you put it on bottom, and it's like, oh, they play one. You know you don't have a heroic coming. That's
You can screw up their pitch stacks.
valuable information.
So like Oldhim maybe that's trying to set up for late game stuff. You can try
And they
to
won't
spike
know
their...
what's where or when
Yeah.
it's happening. Now, one of the problems with that concept on its surface, just reading this one card, is that you would have to live more than 5 to 8 turns
Right.
for that to matter beyond just denying them the best cards in the deck.
Okay.
You know, if you're just seeing like a scar for a scar or something, it's like, well, I don't know how valuable that is. Right. Heroic is obvious.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let that happen.
Right.
So
But you could leave a scar on top if they have more health than you.
that's right.
And then it's kind of like, oh.
So at worst, and that's kind of where, if we're talking about talents, like, it feels like kind of hidden knowledge in the shadows. I know what's going on. You don't know what's going on is the vibe.
Because let's not forget that Azalea looks at the top card of your deck.
Mm-hmm.
And Arachne's looking at the top card of your opponent's deck.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe top of deck is where they're at.
Yeah.
That talent, whatever that
yeah,
talent is.
like reveal the top card of your deck or your opponent's deck.
Yeah.
Like that kind of vibe. So, all right, next we get the Spider's Bite.
You want to turn the robot off?
Oh, yeah. This is a weird part of the system, but I think I just press R. Or I press Option R.
Devin, you would want to banish it, but currently
Shift R.
I don't know how to banish it. So we'll come back to
R.
that in a second.
I genuinely have no idea how to turn this robot on. I've heard it. John has told me a few times, and I've pressed every kind of R that I can press, and I'm worried that I'm just
Deleting everything.
deleting all of our progress. Yeah. So I pressed R in every configuration, and
Okay, I'll see if I can do it manually.
we'll see if they got it.
All right, so Spider's Bite is a one-handed dagger
Okay.
that costs 2, has Go Again built in, does 1 damage, and if it hits, the next time your opponent defends with a card that has with an action card this turn, it has -1 defense.
This is a really good weapon, actually.
Yeah, no one wants to block a 1.
2 for go again. You can't block it with equipment unless you're just wasting time. And then -1 to the next thing, which effectively looks like +1 to the next attack, but oftentimes much better.
Mm-hmm.
It's got to be an attack action card they block with. So sometimes, like I've experienced with Bolton, that doesn't matter too much against Ruined Blade. A lot of times you have non-attacks that can block just the same.
Mm-hmm.
But this weapon is good. And you can build chains fairly easy. I mean, you got a 2 for 1 go again on tap. So it's kind of like the old Harmonized Kodachi.
Mm.
But the tertiary benefit often gives it more value. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, interesting.
So we're going to be looking at blue, pitch blue, 2 attack, go again, spend 1, do something as your minimum viable hand for 2 cards.
Yes. So pay 2 for this, pay 1 for the
That's
attack.
what I would be looking at least as a boring fab player.
Yeah, and I don't know. I'm curious if it will end up making sense to run 2 Spider Bites. I wouldn't be surprised if it ends up being 1.
Yeah, 1 and something.
If you have something else to put in that slot.
Do we have anything else to put in right now?
There's like a fan or something.
Is it the fan?
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Okay.
It's going to be a minute.
Yeah.
All right. Next are the Majestics, which are usually pretty class identifying or class. First is Payday. 0 cost blue, blocks for 3.
All right, we're
blocks
already
for 3.
okay. We're already okay. We're already okay.
It says if you completed a contract this turn, create 4 silver. Do you know how contracts happen?
Yes. Let's look at Leave No Witnesses.
Okay. Leave No Witnesses. 0 cost, blocks for 3. Attacks for 4. It's a 0/3/4. This is a wounding.
That's pretty good.
Wounding blow.
Yes.
There's wounded blow and wounding blow.
This is a wounding blow.
Wounding blow, except for it has text. So, all right. Contract. You are contracted to banish opponent's red cards. Whenever you complete this contract, create a silver token.
So, for the rest of the combat chain, anytime you banish a red card, you create a silver token. If you close the chain, the contract is done.
So it has to be this chain.
Yeah.
Okay. And it says when it hits a hero, banish the top card of their deck and up to 1 card in their arsenal. Wow.
That card, good.
Wow.
Ooh, that's the Michael Hamilton sensor is on live.
Yeah.
It's blinking green here.
0 for 4 that blocks for 3 and also can banish their arsenal?
Yeah.
What?
You have to block it.
And I'm like, this is going to raise a reflex.
Yeah, it's got to be Razor. And if you spider bit it, they block with 2 attack action cards. Is it just the next one is -1? The next time they defend with 1 or more, it's -. Those cards have -1.
Both of them are.
Oh no! So you might be in a position where your 2 attacks can't even get to over 4. So if you find a way to like get this a little bit like a +1, a lunging press, you know, there's some weird stuff you could do here.
That's the card to me right there.
Yeah, Razor Reflex, of course, because you got the one floating from the bite. I mean, that's obviously right there.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna get 3 of these out for a friend.
Are you sure you want to run 3 of these?
I think so, yeah. Payday. Let's go back to Payday so I can understand it. It's blue, blocks for 3. We like that. If you completed a contract this turn, create 4 silver tokens.
Not the easiest thing in the world, because we see this doesn't have Go Again.
Yep.
We would need to find enough contract cards with Go Again to
And
be really
then-
excited.
Which Razor Reflex helps with.
It does. It helps a lot.
Yeah.
But now we're getting 2 conditional for Hamilton. He's
Yeah,
already
well,
checked out.
And
He's
then
out the door.
beyond that, the next condition is you need to have something to do with silver tokens.
Yeah.
Can we pull up a silver?
You can always spend 3 to basically you can cash in a blue for a new card,
You're going to do the equipment.
which is not good.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Yeah, it's not good. So you gotta do silver. So that's cash out, right? Is that the only thing we can use silvers on? You can do bric-a-brac knackle.
Where is...
You do the Altaric special.
Yeah. Can you pull up the Mask of Perdition? This is probably important context for us. While Mask is in your graveyard, at the start of your turn, you may destroy 2 silvers you control if you do equip Mask. So it blocks for 1, you can get it back if you spend 2 silvers. Attack reaction, destroy Mask of Perdition, target assassin, attack action card gains. When this hits a hero, banish the top card of their deck.
Yeah, so you're working with recurring equipment, it looks like.
So you block for 1. Then at some point you attack react. When it hits, you banish an extra card on the top of their deck.
Yeah.
Then later you can spend silvers to get this thing back if you want it. So
And if you hit with Leave No Witnesses, you banish an additional card, you get 2 silver back, let's say, and then all of a sudden you can just bring this right back into the party.
And then Black Tech Whisperers.
Yeah, give me that black tech again. June, yeah, we'll do a Crocodile stream.
Blocks
Same
for
thing.
1. Oops.
Oh gosh, there they go.
What's in your graveyard? At the start of the turn, you spend 2 silvers. If you do equip it, attack reaction, target assassin attack card gains. When this hits a hero, it gains go again. Oh.
Okay, so that's actually compelling.
That's pretty good. But you need silver to keep doing it. But
if we do it to play payday to get silver, we net 2 silver. Because then we pay 2 of those silver to get it back in play, and we start where we left off. But now we have silver, and we spend a card for it. So, I don't know. Maybe this is too. Maybe they're asking us to get too fancy with all the silver stuff.
So my immediate thought is that the recurring armor is nice.
Yeah.
Like you get 1 armor, 1 armor, 1 armor.
Yeah.
But once you're 3 layers deep on the conditions, it's like this could just be a Snapdragon Scalers that gives you go again once.
Yeah.
And doesn't require you to play cards that only generate silver. And then so on and so forth. Now, if there's a
recurring armor, man, come on.
If there's a cumulative effect though of gaining the silver, there's other stuff you can do with silver, right? Like cash in.
Cash in is about the only thing that I know of, and knick-knack, bric-a-brac.
But again, cash in and knick-knack mean you need silver before they're even playable. So this card isn't playable unless you fulfill the contract. Those cards aren't playable unless you have the silver.
And then these naturally make silver, notably. The contracts naturally make silver every time you complete. That's your real engine. This is the question mark for me. Let's not even touch it yet.
All right. Eradicate. 1 cost, 4 attack, 3 block, pitches yellow. Contract, you're contracted to banish your opponent's yellow cards. Whenever you complete this contract, create a silver token. When this hits a hero, banish the top X cards of their decks, where X is the damage dealt by Eradicate.
It's kind of a bummer to get the top 4 just banished.
Yeah.
Or it could get them closer to the cards they're looking for.
We're going to have to decide. I mean, if you have 2 contracts online when this happens, and you get a banish, like I'm just picturing if you razor this thing, banish 7.
That's a pretty good amount of deck there, isn't it?
If you hit 3 cards that generate you silver, now you're at like rich.
Yeah, that's true. You get a ton of silver that way.
And especially if you happen to have somehow 2 contracts online when that happens, it's like, who knows how much silver.
And if you're playing against Prism, you're almost guaranteed to get like 4, 5, 6 gold.
Yeah, and that may also be a... in this case, people don't run yellow cards. Very specific decks do. So this would be a sideboard card to me.
Yeah.
Like you put it in against Prism as an example. And she is thankfully no longer with us. So...
So it's a deep sideboard.
We will see. Or if you're playing against Bolton, he runs yellows sometimes.
Actually, this whole package would potentially completely destroy Combo Bolton. The moment you hit 1 or 2 Luminas on a banish, the game is over.
Yeah, I'll see you next week.
And like Eradicate is exactly how you do that.
Yeah. Damon and Sand, do you guys think Assassin will get more cards than Outsiders? Yeah, I absolutely think so. All right.
Surgical is going to be blue cards, banish blue cards.
Surgical extraction, cost 2, attacks for 4, pitches for 3. Blue cards. Yeah. But it's blue.
Ooh, but it's good though.
And everyone runs blues.
Ooh, and it's real good though.
So that's well, I'll put it in the little blue stack down here.
That's really good.
Then Regicide, Legendary Arachnne Specialization.
Have you read this? When it hits, banish top card of the deck and then banish a card from their hand.
Oh, wow.
It's a 7 value right there. That's 2 for 7.
We can pull the math up on that one.
It's even better.
It's crazy.
Than that. That's a fantastic card. That's a fantastic card.
Yeah.
You got to block that.
Yeah, can you imagine if like this card was underprinted for some reason?
That would be a real bummer.
Weird. That's how you end up with like, I don't know, $50, $60, $70 Majestics. Be a shame.
Isn't this what all the collectors wanted?
Yeah.
Can people just be happy?
Well, if the collectors are happy, sometimes the players aren't. You know what I mean? It's a Venn diagram of interests. I'll be real honest.
Nobody can ever be fully happy, right? You can't ever make all groups happy.
But if we would all learn to be content,
that's right.
We would all always be fine.
You're a Buddhist now.
Regicide, 0 cost, blocks 3 blue. Blocks 3 blue.
It's also a specialization. That seems important.
And it's a Majestic card that is a legendary for some reason.
Oh, right. That old naming convention.
Which means you can only play one of them. When it hits a royal hero, they lose the game.
Why did they do that?
When the combat chain closes, you lose the game. Regicide can't be defended by cards with the same name as cards in the defending hero's banish zone.
Okay.
So, a few things. This is blue, blocks for 3.
Yeah.
That late game, if you banished a lot of their cards, they can't block it.
You just got to kill them at that moment.
You better get it done. Yeah. I don't think I play this. I did not risk this one bit. I might. There's just no way. If they're royal, maybe, but even then.
I guess it's a release valve on if everybody starts equipping that crown that gives them a gold.
Yep.
And plays
Crown
the
of
royal
Dominion?
stuff.
Yeah, maybe we should play a royal assassin.
I mean, it's a meta option here is the thing, and it's also a blue block 3. Maybe you don't have any better blue block 3s, and you just keep pitching it and blocking with
Let's
it.
leave her in the binder for now.
Okay.
I'm gonna slide it up here with the other blue block 3.
I love that it's like just a 3 attack. So
Mm-hmm.
you gotta like spend turns getting ready to get that 3 attack through. Or
Yeah.
And you gotta think if you go Spiders Bite Regicide, and it's like they better have blockable non-attack 3 blocks.
Yeah.
Because they might have half the deck.
Interestingly
that
to me,
point.
like when this card would win you the game, potentially, Razor Reflex does the exact same thing. It's like,
Yeah.
I'll just swing for 4, and then you either block for 7 or die. I don't know. And it doesn't ever lose me the game. Just, it has this text on it. It says, you lose the game.
Mm-hmm.
That makes me nervous.
Well, sometimes you're losing anyway, aren't you?
All right, let's get to the commons and rares. These are all very cleverly named. First is Annihilate the Armed Red. 1 cost, 5 attack. 3
See,
block.
that fits our model. Spiders Bite, Annihilate, boom.
Yeah. You're contracted to banish opponent's attack action cards. Whenever you complete this contract, create a silver. We're going to get silver for days, aren't we?
Yeah, we're getting so much silver.
When this hits a hero, banish the top card of the deck.
Okay.
So,
It's just a 1 for 5.
yeah. I like the red one.
And you get a silver sometimes.
I'm just going to pull the red one out real quick.
I like the red one, huh? Real creative.
Let's just keep going. And the blue actually is not bad because if your Spider's Bite hits, then the 3s are only blocking for 2.
Mm-hmm.
In which case, maybe you can still hit. So I'm gonna put
That's
this.
a good blue 3 right there.
I'm gonna put this down in the.
It's good blue.
This is the definite blue pile. This is the option.
Yeah, this is a great way to build a deck for sure.
Fleece the Frail, 0 cost, 4 attack, 3 block. It could do nothing else, and I would be into it.
It's a wounding blow.
You're contracted to banish opponent's cards with 2 or less defense. Whenever you complete this contract, create a silver. When it hits a hero, banish the top card of their deck.
I mean, you're probably playing a 0-4-3, right?
It's very likely.
It has the potential to
don't
get
know.
you a silver.
I don't know what the depth of our card pool is here, but
Yeah.
a 0 for 4 that could maybe get us a silver.
Yeah, it's like it's not even that.
It's like that computer Rafe used to have.
What are they doing landscaping? It's December, guys.
Well, see,
We got like a blower going. It's
someone's
can't
got to
wind
take
do
the
that
papers
work?
from accounting to the archive. Yeah, they're just blowing leaves around. I'm gonna be real honest. Nix the Nimble, 1 for 5 blocks 3, right in the pocket.
Yeah, it's right there, dude.
You're contracted to banish opponent's reaction cards.
Okay, not always very relevant.
Reaction cards. Ooh,
Attack reaction, defense reaction.
I'm gonna get it out.
It's a 1-1-5-3, right?
That's why it's here. But I'm not. I'm not that excited about it.
Okay, yeah, that's very specifically, obviously, that's very clearly marked on the table there.
Yeah. You see what I'm doing? This is like the definite.
We also do have, I mean, any of these blue
We'll go over
3
here
block, 3 attack cards should get a mention. Because, you're in that late game situation and like you just need 1 damage and you force them to block with 2 cards. It's game ending.
Yeah.
We don't know what our blue bench looks like, right? But I think blue Nyx is at least worth thinking about. We can hold it in our mind's eye.
We'll need a certain amount of blues. We don't know that number. Well, given that the basic plan is like Spiders Bite into a 1 cost, I assume we will want like 18-ish to 21 blues.
Yeah.
So if we come up short, we'll come back and like fan through some stuff.
Fix it.
Plunder the Poor, 0 cost, 4 attack, 3 block. All this blocks for 3.
Yeah, they've kind of learned their lesson, I think.
You are contracted to banish opponent's cards with cost 1 or less.
Easy.
That's
Put it in.
yeah, that's in this.
That's
stack.
always in.
Boom.
Maybe not against like Guardian or something.
Yeah, but like in general,
That's a good card, yeah.
yeah, there are exceptions to the rules. But even against Guardian, it's a 0 for 4.
Mm-hmm.
Rob the Rich, 1 cost 5. Contracted to manage opponent's cards with cost 2 or greater.
That's your Guardian version right there.
Let's just slide that out. I'm trying to think about what decks don't play 2 cost cards.
Did your Briar deck play 2 cost card?
Mount Heroic.
Keep going.
I just think Mount Heroic.
3 targets, baby.
That's fine. There's got to be other ones.
Doranthia's pretty
Earth-
much always one cost.
Earthlore Surge, Autumn's Touch.
Okay.
It's not a lot of it. Like I was running red Earthlore Surge for a minute.
Do the new ninjas run? Does Fi run any 2 cost? Anyway,
Yes,
it's
if I has
Inside
the
it.
2 cost banish from top
yeah.
thing, so it's at
Let's
least
throw it.
strongly in the pile. We'll assess our situation in a minute. The blue is fine there too. We'll come back to the blues.
We might also get in a play some of the yellows at 4
Toma
attack
Harvest.
against really good. Yeah, okay.
I was like, there's a reason I run all the blues in that deck besides Mount
Yeah.
Heroic. Like I know there's things here. Sack the Shifty. Your contracted advantage opponent's cards would go again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'd probably run that.
Man, it's gonna be
It's
a
just
meta,
giant sideboard, isn't it?
meta decisions.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a 0 for 4. That's step 1.
Can't
of
ever
this,
hate it.
This situation.
Non-attack's got to be.
Slay the Scholars. 0 for 4, blocks for 3. Contracted match opponent's non-attack actions. Yeah. All right. That's it on the attacks. So
Okay.
interesting.
Almost got a deck there.
We got some reactions. Cut to the chase. 0 cost. 3 block. Target assassin attack action with contract gains +3. Look at the top card of the Fan Heroes deck. You may put it on bottom. So a 0 for +3 reaction.
Yeah, 0 for 3 reaction that blocks 3 is notably good.
That is very good.
Like the compare that to Courageous Steel Hand for Bolton, 0 for 3 if you've charged and blocks 2.
Yeah. I'm gonna put that down.
Cool
here.
guys, great job.
Yeah. Shred 0 for 3 reaction. Target card defending assassin attack gets -4 this combat chain.
Most of the time that's gonna be a 0 for 3. Sometimes it gets better value. Blocks for 3. Makes you want to play the yellow, honestly.
It's essentially as instant speed or a reaction speed 0 for 3. It's just like this.
Assuming they block.
Assuming they block.
Sometimes they don't. Sometimes it's a 2 block.
Yeah. Do you think the blue one is actually very playable?
I think the blue one and the yellow one are super playable. Like this is I can pitch this card if I need to, and then if I need to use it for its reaction, it's basically card for card.
Like the red one is actually the worst of 3.
It might be, unless they're running Sync and Fade against you.
Yeah. But even then it has to line up. So like
Yeah.
even a 0 for -3 on a sync or 0 for -2 a lot of times.
-2 pushes it
They
through
will
a
think
lot of the
they've
time.
covered it up and they haven't.
This is a great blue. Actually, I love that blue. I
That's
love
what I'm
that blue
saying.
very much.
The blue is like crazy
yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Once you realize that -2 oftentimes is plenty.
Taurus asking, where is Marvel Champions? Taurus, I got an answer for you. Marvel Champions is not next Monday, but the Monday after. The 19th. Mojo Mania.
Okay, so before we start going through this to like add more blues and all that kind of stuff, like this
Add more blues.
this cover that I handmade.
That's very nice. It kind of matches your playmat there.
I think next up is looking at the generics.
So what do we think so far about Assassin here? Can we get those equipment on the table? Did you bring those equipment?
I did not bring those equipment because
Boy, that seems important.
it does seem important. Let me see if I can get those equipment.
You just want to look at a hard case?
I want to make sure they weren't in there. I thought I packed them, but I only have one of each, and they're in the very special
Put them in the
delicate
vault?
pile.
The delicate pile.
Just a second. Let me see if I can get them.
You think they're actually in there?
Oh yeah.
Can you give me some GGs while you're out there?
I don't know.
I'll take chicken fried rice, or like maybe a veggie fried rice.
Really want me to ring it?
No, heaven forbid. If I start eating Chinese food in this studio, it's going to be absolute chaos. Nothing is safe once those fumes start. You know what, Damon? I totally agree with that. Didn't bring equipment or coffee to me. Is he even a friend at that point? I mean, it's an important question. I think you got to always be reevaluating your friendships, you know. It's not about unconditional any of that. It's about raw value exchange. Isn't that right? Isn't relationship just raw value exchange? That's what the great books tell us, right? right, everybody. What is the what is your take on Assassin? Give us some ideas here. So it looks to me like this is a fairly standard aggro deck that's doing some kind of interesting things in recurring equipment, and well, it might be kind of a mid-rangey kind of thing because it's all blocking for 3 and it's all pretty solid attacks.
All right, I have a mask, but I don't have any boots.
Oh well, we can figure the boots out later.
Yeah, set our time.
I think we have symbols for sales there.
No, we don't.
You want to buy
boots.
those boots?
We don't have any boots.
See, I love these cards because they make me feel like you can actually put the ceiling pretty high on this hero. Like your effective use of these cards at the right time to get maximum value out of them is going to be very important.
Yeah.
Do we not have any?
No, maybe not. Quality problem. So the baseline we're looking at here is 1 attack followed by a 5.
Yeah. But sadly, that looks a little bit like Dory Axis, doesn't it?
2
Block.
cards for 6.
Yeah. Kind of a weird 6 where if they block, it kind of is like bad for them.
Yeah.
But they don't have to.
Yeah. So how are we gonna win?
Yeah. So all right. So here's what's good. At least this is probably what they want us to do. Let me go to the one very good interaction. If we just start building the mousetrap here, I attack you with Spider's Bite. I pitch a blue. I attack you with Spider's Bite. If you don't block, I swing in for 5. You can't block this attack with 2 attack actions. They both would get -1 and they go to a 4 block. So this is a good little conundrum to have an opponent in. You can't really block this Spider's Bite with equipment because obviously Pierce 1, unless you want to lose some value there. So like this does have some play if these hit effects are worth having.
Uh-huh.
The other lines I think we've got that you've identified are the 0, and then your 3rd card is your Razor. And those hit effects need to be massive. So like Leave No Witnesses, Razor Reflex is one of the absolute power plays of this deck.
Yeah.
Same with the one where you get to take one out of their hand. Where is that? Isn't that a 2 cost? That actually crushes that
Surgical
card.
Extraction.
Gosh, that crushes that card. Maybe that's a tunic play.
Well, it's also just pitch a blue to play it. Have 1 floating.
And then just Razor, yeah. Don't worry about the Spider's Bite. Yeah. Totally. Just extraction,
really,
Razor.
if you hit that, they almost have to just block it for 7. If you have the resource floating and card in hand.
Yeah.
But you also have the 0 for 3, right? So it may not even be a Razor situation.
True.
You could use the Bite, have this in hand, have that in hand, have 2 floating. And it's like, well, you're threatening 7 after the Spider's Bite, which is a real problem.
Yeah, that would be good. Surgical Extraction is a big one. Leave No Witnesses is a big one.
Now, a bigger line that's kind of interesting is Spider's Bite, Spider's Bite. Because if they take both of those effects, now the things are -2.
Attacks are -2. But yes. I've played against Ruin Blade so much that it drives me insane.
Oh, I thought it was just action cards.
Yeah. No.
Well.
No, that would be good. Particularly good.
Freaking Ruin Blades.
Like against Warrior, right? It doesn't matter.
Get me out of this Ruin Blade box. It's like I'm usually creating the problems, not facing the problems, you see.
So like Dory, there's a lot of times where that Spider's Bite is going to be pretty worthless. People lost to non-attacks, people that don't play.
Yeah. I mean, still just an annoying one.
Like all the wizards and stuff. Prism and Dromai, she probably plays some of the Dune Breakers and whatnot.
She plays attacks, but it's not. I mean, she has non-attacks that block 3.
Yeah, the block 3. Yeah. Yeah, Razor's got to cost 1 or less. That's true.
So
Surgical is really about cut to the chase if you're going to run it, or lunging press.
I feel like
is it a fatigue deck or not?
That is the question.
I mean,
even fatigue, like. It's not. It can't be.
It's a mid-range.
I mean, it could be.
So the problem I have with fatigue is the deck has very few things that actually slow the opponent down. So you can block for 3 and you can run D-reacts, and then your fatigue is that you're banishing their stuff, right?
Right, yeah. So you just have to. It's a much shorter clock to get them to run out of deck.
Yeah.
Whereas like an Oldhim has to last for a long time. with a lot of defense and slowing them
Assassin
down.
is sort of inevitable because you either block it and lose the cards, or
Right.
you don't block it, take the damage, and lose the
The
cards.
question is, are the banishes fast enough to catch them at the end of the deck before you just lose because you're less focused on...
The game has slowed down,
Yeah.
but I am dubious because even here, if you don't have a razor, now you have your boots.
have the
Reaction
boots.
speed, give go again. But it's sort of weird because, like, you sort of have to get the engine revved up.
Yeah.
But what I was going to say is, like, most of these cards will banish a card a turn. So even if we assume your opponent blocks for 3, they take 1 from the spider's bite, and they take 1 from an attack. Let's just say on basics, or 2 from the 5 damage attack.
Yeah.
So they take 3, and you banish 1 card.
No, that's not enough. We're already off.
Do
Do we need to turn these? Cardboardcast, I forgot. Yeah. Can you guys rotate your screen on YouTube? That would be helpful. Otherwise, I can turn these cards around. We don't need to read these. Let's just turn them around. Make it easier for people. And the other thing here, who said that? So no supervillain, which is the correct... At the point where your assassin effects are fatiguing your opponent, they're also dying.
That was where I was going with the math. Is that even if you played 2 contracts a turn that banished a card, banishing 2 a turn is going to take so long.
Yeah.
And by the time, if you've hit the number of times to banish them, you've killed them. Except for the card that banishes X cards.
That's like your little combo big turn, Lumina turn.
You need that to hit for like 12 damage.
Yeah.
3 times.
3 times. Yeah. All right.
Oh man, I'm just not a fatigue player.
Zico saying you don't fatigue their whole deck, you fatigue them out of threats, but it's a totally random process.
Yeah.
Because most of your banishes could be getting them into their threats and not further away.
You just don't know.
Because like running out of threats doesn't matter until you're on second cycle. So if you're not fatiguing them long enough to get there, you're either getting them better cards or worse cards. You have no idea.
And if your basic turn structure is a 2-card hand, you're basically blocking 6 a turn.
Yeah. It's not enough. That's like 3 turns. And then you're dead.
You're going to get... By anything trying
I've
to kill you...
done that math before, yeah.
By anyone trying to kill you, you're going to get steamrolled. And like, because the Black Tech Whispers have you built in go again, so you can do multiple threats in a turn.
Yeah.
But looking at what are the play... So there's the things that I think of are the big banish card. So wherever that is. Banish X. What is that one? This is a really good one.
Eradicate. That's the yellow.
So you basically, it makes sense, the rarer cards. You have the Banish X line. You have the Banish, look at their hand banish card.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have the banish the arsenal card. For like...
And don't forget Arachne's ability. That just hit me like a truck.
Yeah, you look at the top of the deck and...
Okay. So,
so it's
you
not
do get to
fully
filter
random.
the banish a little bit.
Right. But you could put something you don't want to banish that's a good card on bottom. And they're just going to get it later. You could also put all their blues on bottom, that kind of a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because it says first time, right?
Is it the first time or whenever?
Whenever. So you could look at 2 a turn and like be filtering their deck for them, and then all of a sudden they've only got blues left at the end or whatever.
There's a bit of a mind game too. Like if you leave the card up, you play a 0 for 4 that banishes the top. You leave the card there, and then they have to say, "Wow, that's a really good card. I should block this." And then it's not a really good card, and then suddenly they draw something that's...
Yeah. And like, you know, it's mind games. You play a leave no witnesses, right? Banish opponent's red cards, and you leave it. In their mind, it's like, well, it's definitely a red card.
Yeah, it's going to be a red card.
But maybe I don't care about silver. Maybe I'm just messing with you. It's a blue card. Then you block it, and all of a sudden you draw into a blue, and you're disappointed for some reason.
And what does the mask do? That gives you a... You get an extra something, rather?
When it hits, you banish the top card of the deck.
Okay.
So you basically... The math on it is you get a block for free with the boots and the mask. And then if you destroy 2 silver for either of them, you can get them back.
So every 2 attacks that hit, you get a free armor.
Yep.
If we just use that, like, kind of easy
A
math.
free armor and then either an extra banish or a go again.
Yeah. So even just, I mean, if you take all of these attack action cards and like, you almost think of them like adding 0.25 armor. Huh.
Yeah.
0.5, you just assume half of them hit. Yeah, it's good.
Which the go again on the boots is interesting.
good.
Because if your line is Spider's Bite, one cost, and then you can give go again with the boots, then you can play the 0 cost for free.
Mm-hmm.
And both contracts are online. Which is 3 cards for 10.
That's what your standard lines are going to look like. It's going to be like pitch, bite, 0 for 4, 1 for 5 with the go again from the boots.
Yeah.
Right? Most of the time. I think that's what it looks like.
Yeah, but then you have to fulfill contracts to get silver to get the boots back.
Right. Right. But if they're spending their time blocking 2 cards on a 1 for 5, you're okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. What's up, David? I see you.
Okay. So there's also to me, like when you say it's a fatigue deck, I mean, I think fatigue is an option, but realistically with the 0 for 3 react and the shred reaction, and then my immediate desire to run Razor Reflex personally,
It's not a fatigue deck.
it's definitely not a fatigue deck, but if it gets going, I mean, there are moments where it could pivot there quickly.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you have that option. I think it's most relevant against decks that are trying to fatigue you.
If they're blocking you out and you're banishing off top, it's like they're going to run out of cards.
Yeah. Like it might genuinely be most relevant against like an old him brick, and then you're trying to get a few banishes through over the course of the game to basically screw up their pitch stacks, but then also just have less cards so that by the time they get out of cards, you still have enough to play.
Which modern old him is more aggressive.
Yeah.
So he's just gonna like Spinal Crush for 9.
Yeah.
And then it's like either block 6 or don't have go again this turn, and then he'll pummel you.
And you have a lot of good block 9 0 for 4 turns. With a hit effect. So like that's not
with
terrible.
the hit effect and the filter ability.
That would be more in the longer game fatigue direction. Like block 9 0 4 is pretty cool.
Yeah, and that's where I think like if you're scaling out your stuff, right? A 0 for 4 from Arsenal is a block 12, 0 for 4.
Yeah.
A 0 for 4 from hand is block 9, 0 for 4. A 2-card hand becomes Spider's Bite into a 5, a 1 for 5.
Yeah.
Or a 1 for 5 with a Razor, or like a 0 for 5 with a Razor or whatever.
You also have, I think about this because I've been playing Bolton now. You also have one of my tunic counters up. I can do a 1 for 5 go again 0 for 4 off of a 2-card hand, 2 for 9 with 2 hit effects contracts, which is quite good using that 1 tunic counter. So there's variations. Those 1s and 0s being there makes me definitely want to run tunic. Right? Is anybody running anything but tunic with us?
I don't think so.
Surely not.
I don't know, but it's got to be tunic.
It's got to be tunic.
Right? So with this in mind, I think next stop is going to be the generics. Just gonna slide this stuff over so I can.
We're just trying to fit more into the formula here.
Fit more into the formula? What do you mean?
Like basically, we're looking for other 1 for 5s. Are we gonna go and run critical strikes and bad cards that? Are we gonna run nimble strikes? 1 for 5 go again.
These are the things to look at for me.
I don't know, man. Nimblism, nimble strike might have some play here.
That's what I'm saying.
As much as I truly love those cards. I played them in my Azalea deck, and I still think it was the right decision.
So we basically have the 0 for 4s and the 1 for 5 categories here.
Yeah.
Just looking at it. I want to see what our quantities are at. If we're just
if you just play like the standard pre-con, basically.
If you just do it, let's not think too much about it.
Yeah. So you saying bingo? Bingo's another good 1 for 5.
Yeah. These are reactions, but it's blue, so we'll put it there.
Bingo actually has play here because if you bingo and then hold your 0 for 4, if they choose go again, then you can play the 0 for 4. If they don't, you arsenal it and you draw a card. But then you have an extra card. That's always the problem with that.
Yeah, but if you bingo
doesn't work here.
Well, it works in a sense that if you have a 0 for 4. It's like they can block with all their attacks to stop you from getting go again.
Well, so Bingo's problem is if they reveal a non-attack to you, then you draw a card. If they reveal an attack, then you get go again.
But the thing is, like, for them to not have the chance to reveal an attack card, they have to block with the attacks, which they don't want to do because of the spider spite.
Right.
But then also, it's like, if you don't have any attacks left, and that means I draw a dead card, that's okay too, because you don't have any attacks.
Sure.
Depends on who you're playing against, but
Yeah.
like, if you're playing against Runeblade and they don't have any attacks in their hand,
Yeah, you draw a card. But would you know that going in? Because the problem with Bingo is always, can I set myself up in a situation where either of these options happening is beneficial? And most of the time, if you have no cards in hand, go again doesn't matter. If you have one card in hand, you draw one and arsenal one, which you might have arsenaled that one anyway. So like,
yeah, I don't know.
it really is helpful if you can threaten a weapon swing on the backside of Bingo.
Oh, is Bingo not random?
No, they decide to show you. Yeah, every time I read it wrong.
Okay, so hypothetically,
But yeah, no, they decide how to show it to you.
we have 9 blues we're really excited about, just for
Yeah,
for
no one gets
context.
more excited than 3 block blues.
Yeah. Looking at the red one, like the 0 for whatever assassin cards to me it's fine. It blocks for 3, attacks for 4. It's assassin. It's hitting the things.
Yeah.
But I'm looking at the 1 for 5 just for context. One of them is attack actions. Really, that's usually. I mean, it's almost always good.
Sure.
Except against Kano. One of them is 2 cost or greater, and one of them is reaction cards. So this one is like
The worst.
I don't want to play this unless I have to.
No.
So
I think I might play Bingo over that card most of the time.
seriously. So from a card count standpoint, we have 21 reds, technically 24 if we count the reaction, 0 for 3.
Yeah, sure, count it.
9 blues and a yellow. So
So surprise
we
yellow.
have a long deck to go.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot to
But
go. Isn't it?
you know, we haven't added Snatch yet, and that's gonna happen because we're on a razor. And Snatch is one of the greatest cards in the
What do
game.
you find folks saying? Flock, Bingo, Coax, Snatch. Dude, if I get to play Flock in this deck, let's go. Yes.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Reveal it with a Flock on the 1 for 5, Arsenal that 0 for 4, and then come in with the Quicken next turn. Let's go.
Yeah.
Flock that.
Block it,
Flock it.
ladies. Block yourselves.
Flock yourselves.
All right. So there is Bingo. It does block 3. I don't like it.
It's not, it's never good though, man. What is fire? Fire breathing's at 2. Yeah, that's no good. You could have. I mean, there are good tunic turns where you roll in with the CNC and erase fate. No, there's not though. There really isn't. Is there? Let's just keep
Here's
it
the royal
focused.
stuff.
What's Royal Assassin up to? Is Vipox an assassin card supposed to be?
That's Arachnne. When it hits, they lose life equal to the number of cards in their hand.
They just block it with 1 card, right?
Yeah, but then you get play that 0 for minus X, and then they're blocking for 0.
Is it on the contracts?
We have 3 cards left. What?
Assassin attack only gets the
Oh,
plus 2.
yeah. Well, it's dead.
Yeah,
Dead to me.
dead. Nobody wants that.
Dead to me. All right. If you see any generic cards that you're really excited about,
It's Flock all the way down for me. Oh man, how many times have I looked at these cards trying to pull blood from a stone?
Belittle's pretty good.
Don't say it.
I.
But none of the attacks are 3 or less, so we can't run it.
Oh, that's in my mind. It's 3 costs or less, and then I hate playing that card. Honestly.
You could go get your blues. Your Annihilate the Armed, your
We have to
Surgical
reveal
Extraction.
that.
Yeah, no, nobody wants that.
These are all fine. Critical Strike.
It's strictly worse than both Bingo and the other one we're not playing.
Yeah, so no,
Drone of Brutality?
not playable.
Flock. Now there's some value. Give me that card.
All right, let's just have the reds or the pinks. You gotta run all 1 color. I can't stand it. All right, three pinks it is. Okay. Yeah, it's him. You don't want to run the blue. Vandal's Fighting Spirit. That's always a good
go back.
card.
We're gonna get weird on this. We're gonna get a little weird on this.
Don't you?
6. It's 5. Blue 5, 6. 3 cards for 11.
What are we talking about? Flex?
3 cards for 11 is okay, right? So if you do, stick with me, man.
Oh, sweet summer child.
It's not good, but I do think the two cost attacks, you can set yourself up for play a 1 for 5, give it a go and begin with the boots, play a 2 for 6. That's a really solid 3-card hand. If there's hit effects in there, like a contract and a CNC or something, like that's like aggravating.
Yeah.
And you've got boots that are the boots. Give it to any. Have we looked at the boots recently?
Yeah, Black Tech Whisperers.
Black Tech Whisperers.
I have my CNCs and E-strikes on the side. We'll grab those in a minute.
Okay.
Because those.
Yeah, those. You might run CNC in the deck.
Attack reaction, target assassin attack action card gains when it hits a hero. It gains card.
Okay.
It's got a hit.
That's okay though. I guess if I pitch a blue, play a 1 for 5, and then have 1 card in hand and 2 resources floating, do you always block that?
Well, it depends. It could
Which
be.
is not bad.
It could be a razor.
Could be a razor.
Could be a 0 pump.
Could be a pump. And then you follow it up with Spider's Bite. Just a little 1. Okay. Yeah, I like that. I like the 2 floating Arachnne. Well, Fighting Spirit is just always good now, isn't it?
Yeah, 3 for 8. Basic math.
We say we're going to the Hamilton School of...
Let's just put it out on the short stack, you know? If we end up needing more cards, that's one we could add.
It's an easy add, isn't it?
Life of the Party? No. Life for Life, I love that card. It's just not quite there, is it?
I mean, it might be there. It's a 1 for 5, just a bad one.
Moonwish Sunkiss?
Let's get that Nimble Strike in the game, okay? Just talk to me about that.
All right,
That's a 1 for 5 go again.
Let's put it in the short stack.
Put it in the short stack. And that means we probably run 2 of these and 3 of the red Nimbleism.
I love Nimbleism.
I do too. It's just so easy.
It's a 0 for you.
And now you're coming in for 7, or you're coming in for 8.
Yeah.
And those numbers are really annoying because that 3rd card block is guttural.
Is this chain? This turn, good. So you play that, then you can play Nimbleism into a 0. So it's coming in for 7 and they're at -1 in their attacks.
Yes.
It gets very annoying.
Yes, we like it. We like it.
All right. None of this.
Yeah, this turn.
Right.
Push the point is always on the table. It's a 1 for 6 if your first one hits. That's better than 1 for 5.
Is the last attack on the? I mean, they got.
I'm telling you,
what
man.
are they gonna do? Not block the thing?
Spider's Bite into push the point. That's
I'm
a
in.
7 damage turn. Hard to block.
A 2-card 7.
Yeah.
That's 3.5 per card.
3.5. That's over 3.
That is over 3. Yeah. And if you blocked 6 with the other 2 cards, then you're at 13.
You're doing warrior math.
Which is only 1 to 2 behind winning the game.
You're doing that warrior math.
So let's just stack them deep. We'll get there. I swear. Okay. So, Ravenous Rabble.
I mean, we're already looking at the top of the deck, right? We kind of like that.
Well, this is the top of your deck.
Right. I suppose that is maybe
But
less good.
is there space for... Like, what does a 5-card hand look like in this deck?
It doesn't exist.
Because we're also going to have to eventually make the...
You can't just wing 0 for 4s like with Go Again and expect to win. You have to have Mount Heroic to do that with Briar to get any traction. You're not going to do it just with a random assassin card.
That's true.
I don't think Ravenous is in me. I think we want 3 blocks.
I agree.
I'm thinking like a warrior, though. I don't think that's right.
I
It's a
don't...
3 for 7.
What is?
Raging Onslaught.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's classic. It's almost good enough. So the reason that 3 for 8 is good enough for the people who haven't gone to the Michael Hamilton School for kids who don't math well.
4 per card.
Well, it's 3 for 8, 4 per card. But then if you block for the other 2, then you're getting 14 out of the turn cycle.
Yeah.
14 in a turn cycle on average is when you start winning games.
Mm-hmm.
Like really winning games consistently. 13 is like, it's right there.
It's close.
It's somewhere
It's
in
close,
there.
isn't it? Yeah.
I don't know. Rifting, Scar for a Scar. No.
It's notable missing those red snatches. What happened here?
What's happening here? Yeah, we need those. Let's just find those real quick.
Soul Plane's hand. Arachne is the control deck. I don't even know what that means anymore. Do you know what that means?
Nah.
What are you controlling?
What does it mean? It's in my other deck.
Just like try to run them out of deck? Is that ultimately what control is about?
I mean, it is controlling in that you can make sure they don't see certain cards.
I mean, everybody's controlling in their own.
You have
way,
a banish from arsenal. You have a banish from hand. So you
Can slow them down.
Can restrict them.
Okay, so it's as much about limiting your opponent's offense as your own offense.
That would be controlling.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. We have arrived. Have we considered come to fight? We will.
We will and no.
I know.
But it's a 3-block.
Did I ever tell you the story of it being in my deck for the first ever FABTCG World Championship?
In Vegas?
No,
was it?
Yeah.
I ran it in my Azalea deck.
You would have been proud of me.
I thought 3-blocks were the key to the championship belt that year.
I don't.
I've got some in that Bolton deck if you want me to pull them.
That's fine. Do you actually?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. Do you have E-Strike and Command and Conquer for friends? Well, you know what? Wait, are you going to play the Bolton deck?
Probably not. It would just run over the Bolton deck, I think.
What are we playing against this?
It's like a perfect answer to combo decks. We'll play the standard, the Vis.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how you know if you're in the door or not.
Yeah, if you can get past that. Okay, Reginald's saying, picture this. Spider's Bite. Come to fight. 0 cost assassin card. Right.
Yeah.
So, although
It also rhymes too, which I like.
It does block 3. Which is why we like it. Oh, that's right.
I'm getting you pumped up on these defense reactions too while we're here. What else were you looking for, CNCs?
Yeah, if you got them.
Dynamite. I think I might have the Noir versions.
We are okay with that.
I've got all these warrior cards in here.
Let's just start here.
It's got a bad vibe on the table. I got some razors here too. We might need those.
I think I have a lot of razors.
Yeah. Bottom out.
I bought a bunch of snatches too. I just don't know what happened to them.
You kept playing them in every deck you built.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean they should disappear.
That's true. No CNCs there. We'll check the Brute deck. They're not going to be... Actually, they might be in this old...
I definitely had
some Noir E-Strikes.
I had a pile that I brought for... I think it was last week's
Got a
stream.
pile right here.
Anyways.
Can we not play Aether Wildfire anymore in Blitz?
What?
Aether Wildfire, that wizard card, did that get banned?
I think so.
Is that Blitz banned or just universal?
I think it was Blitz, but...
Oh, look at that. I do have some Noir CNCs.
Boom.
There's 2 at least. Dang, I've got 2 and 2. Oh, this was from my Blitz decks, so I don't think I have more than 2
Okay,
of each.
we'll get there.
Yeah.
I can make it happen. I think I've got my Briar deck over here.
Your Briar deck? How are you going to take that apart? What will you play?
She's about to hit Living Legends.
It's been with you for 16 years.
It's only been about a year, you know?
Huh.
Year and a month. But if you remember, I'm a Vis guy. We'll just go right back home.
So we'll play and talk in that warrior math. Saying Arachnne can block with 3 cards and have a full turn off of 1 blue in hand and 0 to 1 cost in arsenal. The efficiency is disgusting. I gotta be honest, I don't think it's that efficient. Having run that math a million times in my head. You block 3, that's 9. You spend a blue, that's 0. At best, you get a 6 damage off of that. So you're looking at 5 cards for the magic number 15. Not terribly exciting. But I've had moments in my life where I thought it was awesome. I was playing Dory Axes and I was thinking, oh my gosh.
You remember when Bloodsheet Skeleton was a thing?
Yes, I do.
And I just so many times you'd be like, I do not understand how this math makes any sense. How is this fair?
And it wasn't. Let it be known that it wasn't fair.
But back then, Runeblade was not very consistent either.
Oh gosh, the Rune Blade chorus.
It's the different
it's
now.
Not very consistent.
Once we got Revel and Runeblood, Swarming Gloomveil,
That's totally fair.
and Runic Reclamation, it got a lot better.
Doesn't happen
That was a good set.
all the time.
You were there for it, dude.
I was.
The number of times you just break out his
I
Vis.
was there
like,
for the whole thing.
You know what? It doesn't matter how many rune chants I've got right now. I just lost because I can't do anything. Anyways, I digress.
All right, I thought I might have some additional CNCs.
I think I might have genuine ones that we can find in a second.
Genuine?
Well, genuine? You don't know who genuine is. Genuine. Let's carry on. Vigor Rush, not really doing it. Wounded Bull, that's the thing.
It's not cool. Like, it's cool in Icelander, but it's not cool overall. Okay? Everybody thinks they can just port in Michael Hamilton's Icelander card choices and make any deck good. It can be a 3 for 8. Don't get me wrong. A lot of times 3 for 7. And it blocks for 2.
How do you feel about Winning Blow?
Pass.
It's not lightning. Lightning was on fire. Here we are.
That all you got probably is always forever in the sideboard, right?
Yeah, let's just put it because we know we're playing against this. Let's put that in the sideboard.
Kafka asking, have I seen the Saber's Dagger Dory? I've built one. I've seen that one. And let me tell you. Same problem. It's the exact same problem you ran into with Warrior the entire time. You're trading your second axe, which is already coming in for 3, for a 1 strength dagger, with the hope that you have a 0 cost to make up the difference. But even playing a 0 for 4 after losing the axe swing, you're only barely at that point breaking even. So it's kind of like, what's the point? I can swing dagger and a 0 for 4, that's going to be 5 damage, or I can swing an axe for 3 damage, minus 1 card. So technically even the axe is more efficient. We need 0 for 4s with hit effects in Warrior if it's going to ever matter.
It'd be a shame if you ever got it.
Yeah.
Lightning Press is bad here, right? Blocks 2. Only does +1. I'd rather have the minus card.
Yeah. Although you might have it in addition.
Yeah.
In addition to it.
I also don't mind Yellow Razor. Because we have the 1 for 5s. So that pushes it to a 7.
Mm-hmm.
Which makes it a weird hit effect in terms of go again and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, you're right. Are we playing the Razors?
I just put them on this. We're making a stack here. I just put them there because here we are. We can play Dodge. It's a blue 0 for 2 defense reaction.
Oh, wow.
That got printed. You have D-Reacts over there you piling up? Is that what I see?
I got Sinks and Fades.
Okay, great.
This already feels like the kind of deck where a card for 4 is suddenly a miracle. I've been in this road many times, my friend.
We have toughen up. Pay 2 for a 4 block defense reaction.
Just don't even talk about it.
It's blue. It's got cool art.
Please just move along.
All right, cash in. Good question.
I think you have to play it. You have to have some kind of payoff for all of this.
2 silvers turns into cash. How many we run?
It's 2. I don't think you can run 3.
We'll just get them out so we don't have to come back. Cash out. As this cash play cash out, you may destroy any number of weapons, equipment, or items you control. Create a silver for each permanent destroyed this way. So it's a 0 cost to go again blue. You could destroy your 2 things that you can get back with silver. To create 2 silver and get one of them back. I can't even sell it with a straight face. I was really trying there.
You can change of eminence if you feel cool.
I feel about this round's on me.
But you shouldn't. Each hero draws a card. Are you serious? Like, is it actually worth having?
It's actually good against. It's a blue, blocks 3. It's good against Phi.
Yeah. Bunch of little stuff coming.
Because they have the sword and the Phoenix Flame that happens pretty much every time. So if they play an attack plus that, then you've canceled out the.
It'd be a fine sideboard card, but it's not going to be critical to the deck.
It's also good on turn 0. Because you play this and you play something that they block. And then they get the -1 effect, but they don't really get extra cards.
Yeah.
Because they draw, but then they block with cards and they're down under 4. So then they're back to just 4 cards.
Right.
So, especially if you like, as an example, play this, make them block, play another non-attack, get an embodiment of lightning, just saying for a
Oh, come on. Get that Brian Math out of here. Yeah. Fog Down, is that good yet?
No.
That's a lot. That's 2 cards for that effect. Gross.
Yeah. It better be real good.
It better be real good. I mean, the effect is real good, but...
Yeah. Not it. Captain's Call. This is an interesting card.
It's interesting because it's never enough.
Well, blue captain. If we're short on blues, blue captain's call.
Blue captains isn't bad.
It's either +2 or go again to all your 0 cost stuff.
Yeah. You're in that Ruined Blade math.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
It's really good if you get benefits from playing those non-attack actions, but I don't know that we need it here.
Maybe. I think the 3 block is going to be important. I think we're just going to get pounded the whole time.
It doesn't block for 3.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, that's why I would pass on this in favor of like blue assassin cards if there's any left. Like, are we just gonna get pounded the whole time? Because like, it's not really the kind of deck where suddenly everyone's like, oh, I've got to block all this out.
I mean, there are things you can force them to block there, right?
Yeah, but it's moments. It's not like once Briar gets that heroic out and just starts pounding you, or once Teklo Pounder Dash comes out, you've got to be on the defensive.
To me, I picture like
there's not enough go again naturally in the deck, I don't think, to string it up.
If you do Nimblism into the thing that banishes for every damage that you do, it's like coming at 7. Or 7 damage, banish a card from hand, 7 damage, banish your arsenal.
True.
So you've got 9 of those effects, which doesn't count like CNC.
That's what you save your boots for. If you're able to get in that pocket and then you have a 4-card hand clean next turn, and now you need a way to capitalize on your hand. Yeah. Get those 3 Nimblisms. Hey.
Yeah, dog.
What about pick a card there? I know we always skip it, but what does that do?
Red, pick a card, any card, 0 cost, 2 block. Look at the target opponent's hand, then name a card. Choose a card at random from their hand or reveal it. If it's the named card, create a silver. Repeat this process thrice. So you get to randomly reveal 4 times. Every time you hit the named card, you get a silver.
And you might know it because you look at the top and then they draw it.
Yeah, which you got to look at their hand.
Oh.
As just
so you don't even need that, do you?
Just to start the effect. But really, it's like
I don't feel like I want to make silver in this deck at all.
It should be happening.
It should be the benefit, not the
That's
the
what
need.
any of the cards that like create the extra silver.
No,
it's like
I
need to be doing stuff.
Yeah,
and the silver is the byproduct that we're using.
That's right, because
not
like, otherwise your
your
attacks are worthless unless you're getting that silver.
Yeah. Oh man, every time I get
look at that
page,
plunder run,
I'm
though,
just so
dude.
sad.
Wouldn't you love to just put it in there? Put it in the deck.
So good in this deck.
Oh, I put in that Bolton Raiden deck, and I'd probably win some games.
Bolton is certainly the one that was most harmed from that going away.
Just destroyed.
Outside the disgusting like Briar deck.
Destroyed.
Anyways, etc. etc. Smashing Good Time is good if Dash is good.
Is this the Sun-Kissed Moonwish deck?
No.
Oh, okay. No.
One day.
Still no. Huh?
One day
Still
somewhere.
no.
All right, so we're not done yet. Hold on to your horses. This binder's thick.
It's been around, hasn't it?
This back here.
It's a heavy binder.
Next. What's that? That's the wrong binder. That's your binder.
It's my binder.
It's got the Reinar or the Brute and Ranger cards.
Oh, your card for 3's in there? Have we seen the fan yet? Is this important?
This is where the fan's going to be.
Okay, where's the fan? We need to see the fan.
All right. Standard. So we already have a helmet, the mask.
Yeah,
we have the boots.
To run the mask, yeah.
We're going to run the tunic. So we're looking for gloves?
And chest, but it's tunic, yeah.
It was tunic, yeah.
Gloves. We're looking for gloves. Brace of Belief is always good. We're going to be mainly on reds, I think. But we can always brick that blue, and then we're sad. Goliath, maybe in a very specific kind of build, but not so far.
What gloves are people playing with this thing?
Could be like Cracker Jacks with this thing. It's a fine +1.
Spellproof gloves?
What else?
I mean, it's got to be Ironhide Gauntlet, right?
Could be.
Iron Rot Gauntlet.
Could be.
We're about to be the instance, by the way. People asking about even bigger than that. We'll come back to that.
It's probably it starts at Iron Rod, and we'll see if it goes anywhere else.
Yeah.
Probably Iron Rod.
Yeah, do you not know? Love all these equipment.
If we do end up playing a bunch of 2-cost attacks to kind of trip that up, then
this Reginald makes a good point. Goliath Gauntlet hits CNC and also the surgical extraction.
yes, that's very true. Yeah, blue surgical is kind of one of the most powerful plays the deck has right now.
Yeah. All right, here we go. We have the Ornate Tessin. Instant 1 cost, destroy it. Put a card from your hand in the bottom of your deck if you do draw a card.
It's kind of a bummer that that's what I was waiting for.
Yeah. It's better than a second sword though, right? Or a dagger?
I guess.
I don't know, maybe. Arcane Lantern is a fine slot there too. If you need the AB.
Or we just want to look cool. Which might happen.
Yeah, people also saying Ironhide Gauntlet, use Tunic to block for 2, basically. pay the resource.
You can't use that tunic counter on 2 value, Zach.
Yeah.
It
But
has to be
what
higher.
about Genus? What you need? Anyways, onwards. Oh, Art of War.
Okay, well, let's look at it.
+1 and go again.
We're already at good break points, so like the +1 is less relevant, but
Draw
it's
2
not,
and go again.
it's not unrelevant. Ever since you played Chain, you just Art of War just is like whatever.
Yeah.
But it's good. Draw 2 and then +1, right? Or it's a good source to go again, actually. You pitch your blue, Art of War, go again, draw 2.
So you're down a card, but you have 2 resources.
Down a card, 2 resources, and go again floating. You play
Which-
a 1 cost, pay a 1 cost, that kind of a thing.
Or you use the 2 floating to use the Spider's Bite.
Yeah.
And then you play 0 cost with go again and do a 0 cost.
Yeah.
Off to the races.
I think it's okay. I think I would run at least try with 2 of them.
Do people play Art of War in this deck? Is that a thing?
Well, it's not been really winning as far as I understand, so maybe
Well, there's nothing to be
we're about to
winning right
break it open.
Yeah, these 2 genius deck building lads.
That's the new show, yeah.
The lovely lads.
All right, people have been talking about even bigger than that. It's a card that I never have understood.
It's so big, I gave it 2 rows in the binder. The people comment on the fact that I just have red sigil suffering.
Yeah,
Or sigil
why
solace anyway.
would you do any other? Would you just trash the other ones?
Oh man, all right, even bigger than that. Let me read it to you.
Yeah.
0 cost instant. Play it only if you've dealt damage this turn. So you Spider's Bite for 1.
Yes.
They don't block. Boom. It's
Boom. Even
it's,
bigger than
It's
that.
really good
Next up.
in Ninja for that same reason. They got the
Right.
Karachi,
Right.
then boom. So then you go, even bigger than that. Opt 3.
Okay, look at the top 3. Love it.
Then reveal the top card of your deck after you opt. If it has an attack greater than the amount of damage you've done this turn. So if you do 1,
Mm-hmm.
you opt 3.
That's every card.
Every attack that does more than 1, you can draw it and then create a quicken token.
Yeah. So that's better than the Art of War play we were talking about.
This is so good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's just. Is the yellow? What?
Yeah, it's just opt 2 or opt 1. Like it may be blue time even.
Let's just get them all out. It's even bigger than that. 9, 0 block.
9/0 block instance. What
What
could go wrong?
wrong?
I tell you what, I played this in Bolton for a while. There are occasional turns where you're like, I love this card. And then there are most turns which are like, I wish this card wasn't in my deck.
I do think
It's good here. I do like this.
yeah.
What's up, Goblin Reserve?
I think
You can only probably run 3 of those.
you can't run more than that, but it is very powerful. You give the 1 damage poker is what makes this very good. All right, so let's carry on. Oasis Respite. The red one's missing. I don't know why.
I've got some.
Yeah, here's the actual sigil slots. Everyone was worried. I just have extra of the red.
Reinforce in a certain meta.
Then we get to this glorious section.
Then we get to Everfest is the highest selling set of Flesh and Blood right
Pots, potions, and amulets. Oh my. Honestly, I do love this, and someday I will love this. The Alchemist, whatever, PvE even. I really want to play Yorick in a PvE campaign.
here. Yeah, it's not surprising.
I'm going to do it. Like, I've got the cards. For some reason, they gave that out at, like, the most competitive events of the year. But right now, when I look at this page, it's like, it's kind of terrifying. I don't want to read that much text. It's like, there's so many different effects on this page.
Luckily, you don't have to.
Yeah, just keep turning. I'm sure. There's actually maybe things in here that matter.
Yeah,
but-
let's look. Is there anything weird? Okay, the ones that actually matter.
Hold on. Let's start over.
Okay.
Let's just do it right.
Assertiveness.
Amulet of Assertiveness.
Attack reaction, you gotta have 4 cards in hand. So you could play like a 0 for 4 from Arsenal, and then crack this, and then banish the top card of your deck as an attack, and then you could play that card this turn as well. But you already have 4 cards in your hand. when
Only
you
if
do
it's
that.
an attack.
And we're not a play a bunch of cards deck, so this doesn't
I'm
work.
going to be honest. This card, exceptionally assertive.
Yeah, it's really asking a lot.
Yeah. Amulet of
Hidden Call
Echoes.
is the weirdest card in the game so far.
Yeah.
Ignition, you know what? Okay, so hear me out on this. So Amulet of Ignition is basically, if we want to set up a good Spider's Bite 2-cost attack play line, it replaces the Tunic in all of those lines. The only problem is you have to have played it on a previous turn.
Yeah.
It's basically a Tunic counter for 3 for a card.
I mean, if you have it in your hand, the turn you want to use it, you just pitch it.
Is a card worth a Tunic counter?
No.
Okay, then move along.
Amulet of Intervention. Destroy it. Prevent the next... No. Amulet of Oblation. Until the end of turn, target attack action gains if it would be put into a graveyard instead. No. Clarity Potion. Opt to.
No.
Crazy Brew. No. Energy Potion.
Crazy Brew Life of the Party would be a cool deck.
If we find ourselves with like access go again.
Yeah, we won't.
Yeah. I don't know.
We will not. It's not on any of the cards.
It is on even bigger than that, plus Flock.
No.
Plus Razor.
This is a Quicken token. It's not on any of our core deck.
Yeah, it doesn't.
We do not have Go Again.
Healing Potion. No. Deja Vu. No. Potion of Ironhide. No. Potion of Luck. I love this card, but no. That's the Earthlord Bounty deck. It's easy. That card's so good in Earthlord Bounty.
Yeah.
Potion of Seeing. No. Potion of Strength. No. Talisman of Balance. Every time I do this, you go through all and like you're reading. It's like no,
exciting
no,
potential. No. You remember that video, that Jack Antonoff video, where the guy was like, "I can identify the Jack Antonoff."
Oh yeah,
production.
no. Yeah, that's exactly it.
He's like, "Talisman of Balance."
We should do a riff
Talisman
on
Commission.
that. It's
no.
I will decide how good this fab item is in under 2 seconds. No. Talisman of Balance. At the beginning of the end phase, if you have less cards in arsenal than an opposing hero, destroy it and put that card. No. Talisman.
I mean, you're trading a card for a later card. A random later card.
Yeah, but I would like it to just be a card on the card turn I have it.
Right.
It doesn't block.
Right. There are downsides.
Talisman of Creation.
No. Are you playing a card from your Vanish Zone? What are you banishing?
Nothing. Talisman of Dowsing. No. Talisman of Featherfoot.
Hey, this is an option.
What do we have that does +1?
Nothing. But we could run blue razors.
Delicious. Talisman of Recompense. Pitch a red, turns into a blue instead.
Yeah, so basically spend a card now, and then later turn a red into a blue.
No. Talisman of Tithes. No.
You're trading a card for a card, basically, there.
Talisman of Warfare.
Hey, you got a 5 cost attack, or 5 damage attacks. They block with a 3. Suddenly you destroy everything in the arsenals for a card. And hope you don't have one in there.
Time Snap Potion.
It's not really lighting me up. Lighting me on fire.
Cracked Bobble.
No.
I'm going to get this Quicken token out for you.
Yeah, great. Well, we do have enough cards to make a deck here.
Well, and make a deck we shall.
Listen, I'm going to advocate, if our play pattern is revolving a lot around blocking with 2 cards in a turn or more, then we should be playing Sinks and Fates. Strictly.
Yes. I think we should undoubtedly be playing Sinks and Fates.
Do you need another razor? Did you have all the razors?
We had all the razors in Castle. Alright.
Alright, let's build the deck. And we're playing against Vis. So the Sinks and Fates are in.
We're also we're shy on blues.
Yeah, we need to go to the well for blue. So any 0/3 blocks in the binder we should grab.
Any 0/3/3s, right?
Regicide. So Regicide and even the cash money cards.
Regicide we can only run one of.
But then there's a 0/3 payday. I think we run that card.
I only have 2.
Well, that's fine. And then get 1 Regicide, and we'll just have a 3 of cards we don't really want to play.
So many boxes, it would make your head spin. I was going to make a joke when we didn't have the boots. I was like, how about I'll buy boxes and open them until they hit it's a joke, because it would take...
it would take 6
It might
years.
literally take me forever. Okay.
Let's get all the blue attacks.
So, let's back it up. We already have Annihilate the Armed. I'm going to go blues that block 3 that attack for 3.
Good idea.
So we have Surgical Extraction and Shred. I think these are good blues. We have Nyx the Nimble. Doesn't even matter what it does.
Are you going to run the Warrior 18? Is that the idea?
I think that we start there and we see if we're coming up short. Rob the Rich? Sure. Are there any other blues on the table, by the way? Just making sure we didn't grab any anywhere. Okay.
No. Well, there's blue even bigger than that.
It's only off 1. It's terrifying, the number of things we have that don't do anything here.
Heart of Fandal. Cut the chase. It's a playable card.
0 blocks 3 blue +1.
Yeah. Yes. Of course. Yeah.
18.
It's 18.
All right.
All right. Sit it there.
We have.
Wait. What about this? Our gutter stack.
Oh.
Should that replace something?
How
Are they
about
more playable?
We can cut any 3 of these.
Okay.
And if we need 21, we've got 21.
What's the worst attack here?
2 or greater. It's going to be matchup dependent, I think.
Yeah, it is. Okay, we'll be cool. We'll side in our blues a little bit.
That's what I'm saying. We have some wiggle room here.
Yeah.
Okay. So then we have the definite attacks here.
Did we maintain the integrity of that pile?
Yeah, I think so.
What is that?
So
pile?
these are the 0 for
Refresher.
4s, which I think we play all the 0 for 4 assassin cards.
Sure. Because you also do just get to look at the top card. It's better than Wounded Blow in every way.
Yeah. Then we have the 1 for 5s that are actually like hit effects that we want. Rob the Rich.
Universally good.
The 2 cost. Annihilate the Armed is attack actions.
Mm-hmm. What about the 1 coster left?
Uh,
Is that a 0? That's a 0 one.
That's a 0. There was a 1 coster here. Next to Nimble.
Mm-hmm.
Things with Go again, I think. No, reaction cards.
It's not. It's not.
I only play as if I have to.
Yeah.
So we'll put this in the have to circle right over here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do we like the 0 for 3 pump, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's fine.
Enough.
It's fine. It's better than a lot of cards that I play in Warrior decks.
Let's start organizing. So I really like Nimbleism.
I think we got Nimbleism, Nimble Strike. I think we got 2 strikes, 3 Nimbleisms. How about
Okay.
that? Well, we
Put that
see
in
it,
the pump
see it
set.
in action. Well, this is a 2 of, so I don't know how you want to. Or we could go 3 of and keep it simple and test.
It's up to you.
You don't want 3 Nimble Strikes.
I'm going to just make this the... Well, this is 1 cost.
I want 3 flocks.
Okay. Put it right here. In this little... Yep. I think Red Razor
Yeah.
is good. I think that...
1 stack of even bigger.
I'm going to put red.
It
And
probably turns yellow after testing.
we can
doesn't
adjust
it?
that as we need to.
I like push the point.
Down in the
It's
1
goofy.
cost
Yeah.
finisher. So let's move these out of the way. You want to hand me that cash in? How many of
Let's
those
do some
are on?
cash ins, 2 of them max.
I don't think Art of War is here yet. It's in the side pile. Eradicate's
Okay,
good.
we gotta put that in.
It's just gonna go here, and we're gonna act like it's a red.
All right, where do you end up there?
18, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 36, 46, 54, 62, 65. Before we even get here,
This should be a 64.
I think we're gonna put this over here and this over here for now.
How are you feeling about Snatch here?
I think Snatch is really good.
Yeah, no joke. It's so good to have that 1 for 5 into a Snatch off of the boots.
Yeah.
It's so good.
I think
We should push the point.
there's some sideboard realities here.
Mm-hmm.
Like even the D-reacts are going to be way more useful in some matches and not.
Mm-hmm.
So I think what you do here is you have this and then you cut based on your
Starting
matchup.
pile. Yeah, sure. Let's do that.
And
And then are we
honestly,
running that
this is the same
fan, I
thing.
guess? We're running the fan.
Well, we also grabbed the Goliath and the Iron Rot.
Well, the fan's in your hand.
Oh yeah, let me grab that.
Double Spider Bite is at least interesting in that if you do catch that double blue hand off of winning tempo for some reason, you can do something with those cards.
Yep. I'm happy in our first couple of games to pretend like you have both,
Yeah.
and then we can see if either of them is useful. But we're testing. This is
We're testing.
is the process.
These are
So
just friends testing.
we know we're playing against Viscerai.
Yeah.
So
Any of our attacks that are just strictly not going to hit Viscerai very, very often, if at all.
yellow
Yellow
greater,
cards?
he's got that. Where's the yellow card?
The Eradicate there.
You're definitely not going to hit yellows.
Okay.
End of this. We need to cut 3 blues. I don't think it's these. Or this.
Yeah.
Or probably this.
I mean, we're probably cutting that Regicide Payday. Why do we even have that? Let's just not
Blue
even...
3 blocks.
Yeah, but these are also that, but they can also swing.
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
Yeah, let's cut them.
So let's put these here. Actually, let's put these in the actual sideboard. So 18. I definitely don't think these get cut. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 21, 39.
Okay.
So we have basically 7 slots left.
I think I would D-react against this. Would you?
Yeah. I would probably be sink below that all you
Wait,
got.
we're supposed to be thinking like Michael Hamilton. How are we gonna win this matchup? Dang.
So
one thing I always forget to do.
the way you win this matchup is creating lumpy hands for Runeblade. Like, I think the strategy here is...
Hold on, our chat saved us here. Eradicate, you're contracted to banish yellows, but it also just banishes the top
There it
X.
is. Yeah,
so
yeah.
we need to get that back.
That's
in
a
there.
relevant hit effect.
Yeah.
So to me, the way you're going to win is making hands where they can't do anything.
Yes.
So look at the top card, and it's like, I think you just start putting the attacks on the bottom,
Okay.
and you're trying to get him to create the all non-attack hands. You have the hit effects to deal with.
Love it.
Hand banish, arsenal banish, whatever,
What about blues? Also, we need CNC in the stack.
and E-strike.
And E-strike, yeah. I'll at least get him here so we can look at him. Because Tunic into CNC is one of our bigger moments.
Oh, here we go. I found the stack. Look at this. Boom. Boom.
Oh, okay, cool.
I
Those look
remember.
great. Are those new? It's first Eddies?
Don't know. No, they're unlimited.
Yeah. We're running CNC against this.
Yeah, I think you also run E-strike in this deck.
Really?
It's so good. It just is a hand fixer.
You just love E-strike, you know?
If you have a big hand, it's a 5 with go again. Off a 2-card hand, it's a 0 for 7, or it's a 2-card 7. I don't know. You don't
All
have
right,
to
do
run
it. Do it. Play it. Fine.
Just fab math.
Just be basic.
Yeah. So in this stack over here, I mean, I don't know. It's kind of interesting.
I think I do Nimble as a Nimble and just see what it feels like. And I would probably do Flock over Push easily. We're going to do Cut to the Chase. We're going to do that. We should just play the Assassin cards. Just see what
You're going to do this?
We should play that, yeah. Unless it could be that this is our, I don't know. It's another option to kind of.
See, I think we cut it.
Yeah, because we're not. Are we the defensive deck here?
Well, I just think that would I rather pay 1 for 3 and get go again, or just 0 for 3? I think this is so
Depends
powerful.
on the moment. Yeah, maybe not. Maybe those aren't mutually exclusive.
Yeah, I'm just thinking. I mean, well, it depends how many pumps we want, I guess. Running pumps, D-reacts, and like it's just a lot of.
It's a lot of conditional nonsense.
I do think these are the D-reacts you run here.
Okay. How about just 2? That's all you got.
So good.
A hand of 2 of those is a complete waste of time.
Okay.
I've had it happen. Because it's just for the sword. Do you know the number of times where either you have that and they don't swing with the sword, or you have 2 of them and they're only swinging with two attack on this?
I do, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 16. It's 48. Let's just put this in the maybe pot for a second. 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 78, 59, 61. Without any of these cards.
You gotta play even bigger. We're gonna try that.
We gotta start cutting some stuff.
Yeah. Are there any of your zeros over there that are just not worth playing?
Leave no witnesses. You definitely play as red cards.
We're probably just cutting the nimble strike nimbleism stuff.
Plunder the
Let's be
poor.
honest. Let's just be honest with ourselves.
1 or less. Sack the Swifty.
Let's be honest with ourselves.
This is not. I mean, it's cards that naturally have go again. So into this right at least, he's Mauvrion Skies.
Isn't all your non-attacks have go again?
Big brain over here. Big brain. Slay the Scholars. Non-attack action cards, yes. Fleece the Frail. Yeah, that's also fine. Okay, yeah, let's put this Nimbleism, Nimble Strike.
It's gotta go. It's not enough.
Where did our...
This is kind of our...
I thought I had a sideboard stack.
Well, we took Eradicate and put it in, so it kind of cut your stack out.
Oh, there it is. All right, let's put this. What does that put us at? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 48, 51, 34.
I would look at Snatch over E-Strike.
This is 61 currently. I feel like this has got to come in though.
Yeah.
These are also really interesting to me.
Flock at least is interesting because it has a way higher potential than 5. This is only ever just 6 damage. It's not good enough.
Yeah, let's put this here.
Yeah, and then
You can also do stuff like make this a 2.
mm-hmm. Make even bigger a 2.
Mm-hmm.
That's easy. Like I could see the thing about E-Strike is maybe we should test Snatch and Flock just to get some testing time in with them because we know what E-Strike does. That's not a miracle.
I will say Flock E-Strike is also good.
Oh, it's so good. Flock Snatch is really
and
good
even
too.
bigger than that with E-Strike because you have these go again tokens, so then you can draw a card instead of whatever.
Yeah, maybe we should leave it in.
Seems really good.
Are we cutting CNC?
I don't think we got CNC. I think. I mean, you could make some calls here, but I feel like
Why don't we just run 3 sinks and get rid of that yellow one that everybody
all you
loves?
got? Okay,
Yeah.
let's do it.
Because like it's boring. We get what it does. We understand. J-Man Fleet said, cash in. That's better than buying equipment back. How many of these cards are better than your equipment? So yeah, would you rather spend 2 on your equipment or 2 on a cash in? I mean, a card is better than that equipment, but it's also costing us. So like, it's costing us a slot.
Is an equipment worth more or an extra card?
Given the conditional nature of cash in and the on the board reality of the equipment, I
Yeah,
would
okay,
say we can spend the silver on the
let's just
equipment.
put it over here.
Yeah, just get rid of it.
Check this out. It's a perfect 60.
It's a deck. Let's run it.
Gotta sleeve it.
And then we need a tunic. Do you have a tunic? I've got a tunic.
I think you have a 2.
Get my Bolton tunic.
You have a pile of black sleeves over there? I see, yeah.
Yep. These guys?
Yep.
Andrew Osman, why not cash out? Then you can buy it back. There's a lot of things you can do where you can just gain and lose silver the whole game and then just lose.
It's like a fun little mini game.
It's a fun little mini game that I'm playing. It'd be like one of those things where they had a agenda in Fab and it was like, if you get to 30 silver, you buy the Emperor. You win. Then it would make some sense, I think. All right, Tunic. Watch out, Tunic, here it comes.
Get to the
Dr. Doak, appreciated seeing you guys talk through this. Well, hopefully it works in any kind of a way, right?
I mean, I
Now
feel
we
like
enter the action. It's important, like you said, you get to the table.
yeah.
Get
You
the
just-
cards on the table. See what happens.
I think it's good when you're going through to be able to evaluate cards, and some of these sleeves are different.
I know they are. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, man. Just embrace the
Ah, sweet
chaos.
Lord.
It is the kind of thing I don't know why, of all the things, that is the thing that should drive me absolutely insane.
And it should, like, I'm the chaos agent.
Here, like, I've got all fresh draggies here if you want.
Like, this is insanity.
Some
What
fresh
is-
dragons, bro?
Where did that come from? Is that mine?
No, I bought these a
brought
long
this?
time ago.
I'm gonna unsleeve this. This is chaos.
Yeah, I should just trash those.
Those are fresh dragon chili?
Yeah, they're fresh.
All right, let's see that.
Yeah, man, they're fresh.
They're fresh. Want to hit?
These dragos are fresh.
But having a general concept of what you're doing, how to evaluate cards, put a deck together, start playing, you will learn more in this next hour of playing. We're hypothetically talking about a lot of cards and value and how it's going to work, and then you get it on the table and you're like, that ain't it.
That ain't it. No.
But you will also start to learn what is it.
What is it?
Here's this. You want to sleeve? Hand me some sleeve.
That's a fresh stack.
Be careful, the slide in Cincinnati.
I hope they are. I mean, I think they are. That's the intent of the box, was to keep them separate. And
They're pretty fresh.
yeah, Jan, different sleeves gives me secondhand anxiety as a judge.
Just gives me the EBGBs when I'm shuffling them.
I'm going to run this Goliath Gauntlet for that CNC.
And the surgical extraction, dude.
And surgical.
Do not underestimate.
All right.
Now that is the upside of that 0 for +3 is that it can also boost a 2-coster. But it can't.
But it can't boost CNC.
That's right. Yeah. There's got to be a line somewhere.
Yeah. Spider's Bite, and then we'll do Spider's Bite and the Fan just to test them.
As far as I'm concerned, you can have them both on the table.
Yeah, we'll get them both on the table.
Like even at the same time. And it's like just decide if this was ever useful. Because does it destroy the fan when you use it?
Yeah. I'm not a fan. I kind of like these clear sleeves, man.
Yeah, the card backs on Fab are nice. So clear is fun.
It's a game that they absolutely cared and care about. And honestly, it could be anything if people really care about it, you know?
Yep.
I listened to Jared in the car this weekend talking about cows and the ranch.
And he deeply cares.
And he deeply cares, and I learned a ton. And I actually cared.
It's weird how the caring plus sharing is more caring. And the carrying and sharing goes on. It's like the beat.
Can you give me some iron boots?
Yeah,
We'll just
I got
proxy him. Jordan just played my first army last night where I played this against Arakni. I look forward to your insights on the matchup.
I also I have not played against Arachnne yet, so I'm excited to see it.
How's that coffee?
Old. You want it?
No. I'm just curious.
Asking for a friend.
Yeah, just a little curious. Just curious. Just a little curious. Here's our limited edition holiday Majestic token set for the holidays. You can pre-order them until December 30th, after which we'll close pre-orders.
2022. Notably.
2022, yeah. And then we'll be delivering them in January, February of next year. Notably, they're on frosted acrylic. They have this awesome blue paint fill. And they've got a frost token instead of the activated token, which I use for frostbites and frozen, if that mechanic is ever particularly notable.
I'll have to bring... Well, we're streaming next week.
All because Michael Hamilton won with Icelander.
One day. We should have called that the Hamilton set.
Yeah, the Hamilton, Holiday Hamilton.
Holiday Hamilton.
The Hamilton
classic.
Holiday
Give the old holiday ham molten. You may want to make sure that's 60. I'll get you some boots.
Can I shuffle it? I don't know, can you?
Yeah, I would recommend some vigorous shuffling.
Also, anybody who's going to be around, we do have an Armory, a ProQuest coming up.
I was going to say, Armory. What is...
We're giving out a ton of stuff at that event. It's ludicrous. We're giving out playmats, old playmats. We're giving out...
some of those playmats are gross.
Tons of different promos, just random. We're just giving everybody all sorts of stuff. And then there's also the actual ProQuest prizes as well. Going to be over at our little hotel partners over there at 71st and Lewis. Gonna have a good time. If you're in Tulsa, if you're traveling through, it's January, 15th or something? Also, if you're a SoulForge Fusion player, you just happen to be watching, come join us on February 4th for SoulForge Fuse Fest. And if you're not a SoulForge Fusion player,
perhaps you should be,
but you like card games like this one, you gotta check that game out. Easy buy-in. $30 gets you the 4 decks that you need to start playing. You can come to that event. It's basically it's just like a sealed
party
pre-release. So you can come to that event having never played the game. I'll teach you.
Breakfast included.
Anyone who comes to that event and doesn't know how to play SoulForge Fusion, I will do a session at breakfast teaching everybody the rules.
It's like have a little booth, learn how to play.
Yeah, over eggs.
It's easy.
Jen says, maybe the assassin is about bringing the perfect 60 to counter the hero you're against rather than trying to execute the same plan against every hero. I thought that about Azalea for a bit, too.
It feels like you need the perfect 60.
Perfect 60 have different words on them.
Weird, I got a bunch of Runeblade cards in that Ranger deck.
All right, so I'll
you see that out there? The perfect Ranger deck.
The perfect 60.
Hey, according to that clip of someone randomly talking to James while they were in line to meet James at Worlds, he said that in 2023, Azalea is going to be the business.
Well, yeah, because there's a Pits version. That's not fun.
It'd be fun if there were just actually wasn't, but she just somehow miraculously was good.
I could see her getting like Ranger cards in that set, but it'd have to be cards that Lexi couldn't use because Lexi is inherently just
the right piece of equipment. Just right in there.
I'm really playing around the corner today, man.
Playing around the corner?
Yeah. Goodness
nothing
gracious. Yeah, but what's happened here? What is this?
I think the camera is pointing lower than it used to. Oh, because we did the big old stream.
The big old stream.
Ashes.
Stevens' big old
zoomed
stream.
out crazily.
Oh, I did, yeah.
So like normally we play over here.
Oh yeah, I sent it this direction.
Yeah.
Well, here we are. Would you like your limited edition holiday 2022 Frost tokens?
Yes. You could play with your equipment on the other side.
I wouldn't dare. I'm going to give myself 2 resources. These feel better than other tokens also.
Zinnick, off topic, but did you guys like the D20 mechanic in Warlord? Curious on your thoughts.
I loved Warlord.
I remember loving Warlord. I do not remember a D20.
You roll a D20 to see if you hit. You know, because like
any
game. Yeah. Yeah, it's cool. Well, I bring Warlord back, I say. Where's AEG when you need him?
Wade, what's up, Sam? I'd love to come out for the event, just can't do it. I keep watching for when it can work.
Alex, come on out. You can watch the child while you're there.
Child?
Yeah, Alex got a child now. A tiny baby.
A tiny Alex?
A little baby. Yep. Came out wearing the post office uniform, which is weird. Weirdest thing you've ever seen.
Got delivered in a cardboard box?
He said, neither rain nor shine will stop my wife from delivering this baby.
That's right. No. It's really more like having a child will not stop me from delivering the mail.
All right, here we are.
You want to go first or second?
It doesn't matter. You can just roll it?
Sure.
How about this D12?
I'll go odd. It's even. Now you have to pick. Haha.
I'll go first, sure.
In case you need this chunker.
So I've got reactions in here, but I also no, I'll go I'll go first because you going first is real good.
Yep. This likes to go first. As is Bravo. I've got a theme.
Tunic counter.
Yeah, I would. I'd like to see another elemental Bravo. That's not. When we thought it was just going to be like not busted,
yeah.
I was really excited.
Yeah.
Then it was less excited. You get to play all the fun cards, like Crown of Seeds. Crown of Seeds. It's the little things, dude. It's the little things. You should think about what to do over there.
Yeah, it's an interesting one, isn't it?
No, yeah, someone's saying, what about Arcane Barrier? Would you rather have Arcane Gloves?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got blues.
I don't know, though.
I don't know, man. Yeah, sure.
You want to well...
All right, fine. We'll test it. No, come on. You got to do it.
You know what you actually probably do?
What?
Arcane Lantern.
Yeah, you do the lantern. Yeah, here, give us a third equipment here.
I think Lantern is great here.
Give me that lantern.
It's like one of the weird advantages of this hero.
It's kind of cool too. A spider's biting a lantern, like that's really hip.
That makes sense.
Is this the kind of hand where I don't give you a mulligan?
It all depends on what's in my hand. And let me tell you.
Yeah, I'm just gonna pass, dude. Go there.
Tunic counter. I hate doing this. Red Maruvian. Maverian Skies. Classic. I'm going to play a Swarming Gloomveil. Trigger Viscerai, so I create a enchant. It's coming in for 3 damage. I'll start doing this. It's just a habit I've gotten into. With Go Again, if it hits, I create 3 enchants.
Can't hit.
I wouldn't let it. I'd block with a card. Probably.
Built to hit. You just gotta look at what you're doing next. You got no cards, no money?
2 cards, no money.
16 in the middle, Miami?
Basically the same thing, yeah. No cards, no money.
Gotta go to the Michael Hamilton School of playing Fab well. Okay, we're gonna block.
Just block for 3. It's blocking 6.
I might strike.
Ooh. Well, it does always do that, doesn't it? I'm gonna pitch a red. I had an all red hand, so you not attacking was good. Swing a sword. Brain Chant's gonna pop, followed by 2 arcane and 2 physical.
Is this the? I need these.
Is this the real life? Where's my board? Do you have an extra board over there?
Yeah, I do.
Is this just fantasy?
Caught in a landslide.
I had someone asking on the community texting channel. It's like, where'd you guys get those boards that you use on your streams? It's like, that's a good question, Patrick. Teamcounter.com, our website.
We should just rebrand them to like general health boards.
Yeah. I mean, Majestic boards doesn't necessarily tie it to anything specific. They are Majestic.
Yeah, somebody was thinking when they did that one.
1 arcane, 2 arcane, 2 physical.
Sword's good.
Now,
Take it all.
okay. The reusable armors, it's just fascinating. I'm excited to see what that ends
Yeah,
up
I'll
looking
use
like.
one of those guys.
Oh. I'm an arsenal, past 2.
Don't.
He used his mask.
Because like I guess target assassin gains when this hits banish the top card of their die.
I feel like you want to have your boots usable, right?
How often is that? You know, careable. Yeah, I'm not going to use these boots this turn, but you may as well put it there. But when do you use this?
Just to banish an extra card. Maybe fulfill contracts, get silver.
I guess you may as well, and then get the armor back. It's about the armor. So maybe you just blow both of them now. Have them online, but you want to save them for hit effects on 4s.
That's exactly what
I'm not going to use them at all.
Yeah.
You talked me into it and out of it.
All right, so what damage did you take?
I took it all.
All right.
I did that wrong twice. Well, let's follow our line. Spider's bite. 2 with go again. Pitch a blue. 1 floating.
Oh, boykin.
OSHA, huh?
No block. Take 1. Can't block that.
Hold on, we got it. Okay, we got it. Yeah. Okay. Leave no witnesses red. I'm contracted to banish red cards. Whenever I complete it, I create a silver token. When it hits, banish the top card and 1 card in their arsenal. I also get to look at the top card of your deck, and I'm going to put it at the bottom. I'll put it at the bottom.
4, he says.
4 coming at you.
Well, that's just annoying. It is annoying. We will block. Let's think about this.
Attacks are -1.
Like I kind of want to use my crown to send.
It's a good crown.
Send this under, but I don't think that's right.
Yeah, time to just use it.
How many cards do you got in your hand?
2.
Well, you better be doing something, dog.
That's what I was thinking. Hopefully I am doing something, but I'm not actually sure that I am.
All right, this is a crown situation. I'm gonna send this under. Reactions over to you.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. I had the razor here.
Yeah.
Go ahead and use it.
So.
Take 5.
Yeah. And what's the?
Banish the top card of your deck.
If it's what?
If it's red, it's good.
Blue.
Cool.
Oh, it's banished. See.
That's right. Banish that, baby.
Different zone.
I'm gonna arsenal this guy here.
Okay. My crown's gone though.
Yeah, that was good use of crown. I gotta say.
Tunic. Let's go Blue Mavrine. Gonna play Deathly Duet, pitching a non-attack and an attack. 2 resources floating. So it's gonna go up to 6 because I pitched a non-attack. I'm gonna create 2 rune chants. This Rise is gonna trigger, create a 3rd rune chant. It's gonna be for 6 with go again if it hits, create a rune chant.
Okay.
Deathly Duet, dude. 5 out of 5 stars. Wood 5 again.
Like it, huh?
It's basically Spellblade Assault, except for sometimes it's also +2 attack. What's not to love?
What's not to love? It's a great question. You got 2 floaters there?
The star animation still works.
Good.
I said 5 out of 5 stars, and I saw the stars swipe across.
Okay, yeah. Let's drop them here.
Mm-hmm.
Reactions?
I'll pass. Nice.
Sync there. And then,
David likes the star pop.
yeah, it's good, isn't it? Ooh, I'm not sinking anything.
Okay.
Just blocking.
I'll just swing sword. So 3/2/2.
Take 7.
And then I will arsenal past you. Clean them
Clean them and weep.
and weep them.
Tunic up. Is this the real life? Is this just fantasy?
Daniel says, I saw people using the Team Covenant tokens for Netrunner this weekend. What a good looking set.
Heck yeah, we love it.
Frank says, does the contract stay or go away? So the contract stays for the turn, I believe.
Spider's bite for 1.
Well, we're going to be taking that, dog.
I see that. Let's play Leave No Witnesses. You're
Oh
4.
my
Contracted
goodness.
for red cards. Top card in the arsenal if you... We'll leave it.
Smells red to me. Son of a gun. You're going to banish this card if I don't do anything.
That's right.
2 cards.
Be a shame if I had a razor again.
Yeah, but those, see the boots, they have to hit. So here we go again.
Boots with the hits.
So if you don't have a razor and you're just banking on me taking it, surely you do though. Don't call me Shirley.
Or it could be that I had no boots to read when deciding what to do. I didn't realize that I had to hit.
Black Tag Whisperers.
That could also be a thing.
Just pop those right on the screen real quick. Let me verify. I believe it says... I'm waiting for it. Hold on. Attack reaction, destroy it. Target assassin attack action card gains when it hits.
Huh.
Gains go again.
Maybe we should do this differently.
You
I
want
don't
to
know.
rethink your life?
I don't know. Maybe. It's a testing game. Testing game. Testing game, Smokey.
I mean, we'll try. We'll try to stop it. Block for 4.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm not going to be able to do anything. So That's a good moment, though, to know.
Yeah.
So, like, you can threaten... What's going to be awkward here is... You can't... You're going to have to hold one card if you're relying on boots for your go again. And then if you get the hit, you use them. If not, you arsenal.
Yeah.
Which is kind of weird. I don't want it to work like that.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you have to have a razor. What other ways do we get go again in this?
Flock token, even bigger than that. Quicken token after you do the sword.
So those are guaranteed, yeah, quickens.
Yeah,
And then, so it's basically have razor or hit with an attack.
Yeah.
Okay. Captain's Call might be worth it.
Yeah. We'll see.
Because I'm finding now, like, I've got this Eradicate, which stacking an early contract and then following it up with the Eradicate is sick. Because, like, that's 4 banishes. That's probably 3 silver from you. But since I can't get go again, I can't do any of that.
Yeah. It also means that, like, if you think you're not going to get the hit to get the go again, keeping more than 1 card. Because, like, last turn, I think you just took the sword to the teeth.
Yeah, you could just block 2.
Well, like, yeah. Either 2 or 1. You could have pitched to cancel.
I can pitch the yellow and then arsenal this red.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll do that. Let's just assume that I did that. I pitched that and I blocked 2.
Okay. And, yeah.
But the other thing, though, is, like, you really want this.
Yeah. But I think if you don't have, like, a pump or something.
Yeah.
To force me to either overblock, and then you're fine with that, too.
Because you just have to block this every time.
Yeah, if I don't have the crown, it's like...
Yeah. You have to block this, so I would actually, I'd pitch that.
Now, if I had the right 4-card hand, I would actually just not block it.
There's no way. There's no way. Come on.
There are definitely hands that I would.
Come on.
It just depends on...
All right, it's gone.
Yeah.
It's gone. All right. That's interesting.
Yeah, it is.
So you got to hit with those boots. It's not like snaps.
But if you do threaten and have the 1 card, it inclines me to block. But then I'm blocking, so I'm less threatening too. And then that's what's going to create your window. It's like a kind of nice cycle.
Yeah.
Because you get the arsenal, and then you know I'm coming back with like less of a moment, which I am.
You just have to have the 1 card, and then you have they decide. Do you want me to play this 1 card? Or do you want me to arsenal this 1
And then
card?
if you have 2 in a counter with 2 cards, then it's really brutal. Because I can block 4, then you still do like a pump, do 3 damage, get go again, and have the secondary thing as well. And it's like, oh.
Did you tell me not to play those 0 for 3 pumps? Those pumps get way more relevant if boots are hitting go again off of those.
Yeah.
We need to run the pumps.
But you have to get the boots back.
Yeah, but just the fact that this is a recurring source of go again, and every time you use the boots, you're already generating a silver almost guaranteed.
Yeah. So
you need 1 silver to get them back. We need the pumps.
Yeah. Okay.
Mark it on the list. We need the pumps.
Did it. All right, Rattlebones. Son of a... Get a swarming, of course. Play swarming. Create a rune chant. Come in for 3 with Gogan.
Three with go again. And 3 little guys?
I don't know. That's just the strength of the thing. 3 with Gogan.
David's freaking out that you cut to the chase. You did it.
I
wanted it. You said no.
No.
I put it in the pile.
It's in the pile.
And then you said, against Vis, we don't need that.
I didn't say that.
Now we absolutely need it.
Yeah.
I've never been more sure of anything in my life.
Really?
Yes.
Zico saying cut to the chase should be an 8 or 9 of.
Yeah, see? You see how you've upset the people? You see how upset they are?
We do have blue cut the chase in there, right?
No. Well, maybe.
I think we do.
Yeah, we do. Blue cut of the chase. Yeah. Okay. Well, we got our all red hand here, which is not ideal, but we're used to it. This is warrior time.
Block 0 for 4. See you next time.
Block 0 for 4. And we can, so we can't always do that. So let's go block 3 there.
Okay. Sword swing. 1, 2, 2.
Yeah. Take the 1.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think this is ultimately right. Yeah, bummer. I'm gonna block with that snatch for 2. And then take 2. Cool. Learning some things. All right, let's go. Fleece the Frail, 0 for 4 coming at you. I'm contracted to banish cards with 2 or less defense. And then I want to look at the top card of your deck. I'll leave it. I would be terrified to run 9 of that +3 or plus react, by the way.
Yeah.
Zico's suggesting it in the chat. I've played too much Azalea for that to. It's like, oh look, a hand of cut to the chase. Wee.
Woo.
But this is very. It feels so much like Granger. It's actually absurd.
Which is funny. This is apparently the
Isn't
class
it funny?
they were trying to put in the Ranger slot in Arcane Rising originally.
Oh.
And then couldn't quite get it to function like they wanted to in
It's
Limited.
all 4s and 5s with hit effects that are kind of relevant.
So then they passed it on down the chain and gave us the beautiful. That was so beautiful. I'll block 6.
Yeah, see? You got no boots, you got no go again. You already got an arsenal
We
card.
ain't got no boots.
See, I was thinking you wouldn't block this one. This one's really good. So I didn't want to play that because then I was like, well, he's not going to block that. I should just plan on you blocking everything.
I do like blocking. Yeah.
It's unusual for this.
Well, he's slower than he used to be.
Huh.
If I could just push the gas and know I would just destroy you.
This is horrible. All right, we'll do it again. Do that cut to the chase version.
We're learning.
Just waste a card.
You're going to love this.
Uh-huh.
CNC for 6. Easy.
Easy, easy.
The other thing is I had that in Arsenal, and I want this card in Arsenal, specifically. So I'm just saving damage to have my big turn.
All right, so you got the old 6 there. I do want to block that.
Mm-hmm. Luckily, all your stuff blocks for 3.
Yeah.
Unless you have one of those all generic 2 blockers.
I won't block there.
All right, Arsenal pass. Pummel. I had 1 resource floating and a tunic, and this can play pummel. That would be hilarious.
Let's go Spirited by for 2.
This is an obnoxiously bad hand. Take 1.
Dang, you got one of them blocking hands?
I got one of them Vis hands.
All right, let's crack here.
Oh, yeah, boy.
Tunic for the old CNC 8.
Ooh-wee. Block 8.
-1 for Spirited by.
Oh, I can't do that. Hold on.
This is good.
Yeah, this is good,
this.
dog.
We like this a lot.
Even the this into that without a pump would be obnoxious.
Yeah. We like this.
Okay, you got me. I'll block 2. Take 6.
Here's your arsenal. Yeah.
Or to 10.
Oh, yeah. Boots only work on assassin cards, is that right?
Yeah.
The black text?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, we liked that. That was good. Big fan.
We're gonna play a CNC for 6.
Oh, look at us just playing that old school meta.
Yeah, this is just OG Fab. Tom saying, or Wad Tom saying, but what is an obnoxiously bad hand for Moon Blade? Roughly 20 damage from 1.5 cards. You saw it. It's 2 cards for 6. 2 cards for 6. Can't be doing that. Cannot. Just kidding. We're setting out. It's all right.
It's all right. It's all right. It's totally okay. All right, so we've got this. We've got this. This is just a great time for, it's always a great time for CNC out there, isn't it? And you know what? I'm also going to say, I don't like Razor in this deck at all.
Okay.
Because every time I'm pumping, I'm already looking to give it go again with the boots.
Okay. So the 0 for 3 would be better.
0 for 3 would be way better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, the Razor does help on the Snatch, E-Strike land.
If you're going into old-fashioned value.
Yeah. But I digress.
Okay, so given that we have no... Basically, you need little weenie pumps. You need ways to get these over so then you can give them go again. So then you can get silver to get things back. Maybe it is right. Yeah. Maybe everybody's cool with it. I got to think through this one a little bit.
Don't hurt yourself.
It's just really you just don't want to spin this card like this. So we want to hit, and then we want to. I don't know, man. This is not good. Now we're just gonna take the knee. Okay, let's go. Oof. Yeah, it's not good. There's no good lines here. I hate it when you do that. I hate it.
When you play the CNC. That was the death kneel last week too. You're like, if it been anything with CNC there, I would win.
I hate this card so much.
Oh man.
It feels so much like Ranger. It's actually giving me flashbacks.
Yeah. Well, you're built for this.
Whew. Tuna kind of here would make this a pretty good hand. But I would still only have 1 blocking card, at which point the CNC is still just doing work. Even if I have both my armor up, it wouldn't matter. Huh.
Because you still need 2 more
CNC's
cards.
so good against low armor heroes.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
And then D-Reacts are just dead to it. It's crazy.
Yeah. All right, well, I'll always get something on the board here. Let's go...
Sometimes also just take 6 and play your hand, whatever that is.
It's not, but you can't. There's too many options here. Let's go block 6 and then throw this in the tubes. I think that's right. Oof.
Arsenal pass.
It's already wrong. Let's go spider bite.
Take 1.
Play the scholars.
What's
Non-attack
that
actions. Look at the top card of your deck. Put that on the bottom.
Okay. Coming in for 4. No block.
Love it.
Take 4.
Yeah.
Banish top card.
Yeah, I got a reaction on.
Oop.
Nope. No reaction.
Banish.
Yeah, banish it.
It's an attack.
Yay. Arsenal. See, that hand, I either hold the Razor or I hold the Eradicate. Probably hold the Eradicate, but then if you block with a Razor, it's 5 block instead of 6, so you don't cover up the CNC.
Problem.
But the 0 for 3 is a 3 block, right?
Uh-huh.
Better.
Although we'll see. If a Razor here in the Arsenal's good.
Maybe.
It will be.
Could be game changing.
It's a good card.
Yeah.
It's a good one. And now I get the old Runeblade 5er.
Yeah.
What could possibly go?
And then if you just take 6 there and you lose this card, you play Scholar, Pitch Blue, Raise to the Scholar, Eradicate, no Arsenal. Could gain you some silver.
But you took 6. That's the problem.
But you also took 6.
Yeah, taking 6 is Here's the thing.
Yeah, not sure. Numbers don't work, but maybe you just need to value silver better.
Order tide. Marvin? I've seen it here. I've seen it there. Definitely do it. God, I love this card. Have I said that yet?
Yeah.
So here's what's gonna happen. Those are gonna pop. One gets created from this.
2 pop, you said?
Yeah, Mordred triggers, so we'll go 2. This triggers to create 2 more rune chants, which Mordred will trigger, so we're going up to 5. So 2 arcane, 4 physical, 1 resource flooding.
No hit effect?
No hit effect? Yes. If it hits 3 rune chants, because of the Maruvian, the yellow Mavrian skies.
How many rune chants? 2?
Yeah.
If it hits for 4? Alright, we'll take the 2.
Yeah, if it hits 4 physical, if it hits, I'm going to get 3 more rune chants on top of my 5 that already exist.
So good.
Yeah, I love this. I'm going to be honest. I probably like him even more than Briar. She's just been better more often in the past year, as her Living Legend points indicate.
You know what? I'm going to be honest with you. I just want to see something. I'm going to take it all.
Okay.
How much is it? 4 and what?
So take 4.
Yeah.
And then I'll create 3 rune chants.
It's the wrong math, by the way.
Yeah, but this is learning.
Yeah.
Like if you at any point in this game you're like, let's just start over and change it. I don't care.
Yeah,
like
we'll just run through some cards, see what works, what doesn't.
swing sword.
I'll take 10
8,
and 2. Yeah.
2 and 2.
I'm sure that's fine to go down to lethal.
Everything's fine.
Everything's fine.
that dog in the burning house. Everything's fine.
Not being able to recur this equipment at all, you gotta be hitting. You have to be hitting with weird
It's like
reactions.
that Netrunner game where I literally
It is like
never triggered my
Ranger.
ID ability.
Yeah.
It's like something's wrong. I'll take
I would
one.
even run lunging press in this.
Take one. Ooh. All right, let's
All
get
right,
it.
even bigger than that.
Hello.
After 3, reveal the top. Okay, we got 1 floating. That's good. Oh wait, I can't hold both of these at the same time, right? That's the idea. Okay, so we got 1 floating. We got that going on. We got this in the thing. We're doing this also. And then we need this. And we get a quicken token.
Yeah, dog.
Well,
Turn down for what? Assuming you get it. Super villain say my new Vis deck is literally Rainbow Mauve, Duet, Shrill, Call It a Day. Yeah, throw in the Spellblade Assaults.
okay. Now I'll do this, and then I get to opt. So do I want these? Do I not want these? Oh, yeah, we'll leave them both on there. We love it. We love it.
So you have to reveal it?
Yeah, but it's the opt first.
Yeah.
Do the opt here. No, wait, wrong. Where's that other one? This one. Okay, so this one, and then we grab. Okay, got it.
All right, what do you reveal?
Reveal the snatch.
All right, so you get a quick into. Oh, so good. And my attacks block for -1. Cool, cool.
Yeah, that's right. We got a quicken here. Okay, you've seen that. Fascinating. All right, so let's do CNC with Gogan.
That's a pain. We'll block for 6 because they're all -1.
Mm-hmm.
You can't give
Is
me
that an
this
attack
time.
too?
Yeah,
two? Okay,
two.
got it.
2.
All right, then we'll snatch for 4.
I will not block, and it's gonna get razored.
Yeah.
It's a good 7.
Yeah. And then we plunder the poor. I'm banishing cards with cost 1 or less. How many cards you got in here? 2? So I mean, if you block both of those, that's totally fine. Yeah, we'll leave it.
I'll not block.
All right.
How much should I
Take
take?
4 and banish that puppy. You get a silver guy.
Ooh, Revel and Runeblood. Yeah, it's over here, I think. Oh, here you go. Now we're cooking.
It's like an all generic hand. Didn't even need these assassin cards.
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
The dagger was pretty annoying.
Yeah, good. Good. We learned something. We learned something.
Dr. Doke. That was a turn.
You're going to 8 there? Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
Here we are.
we're in it. Mordred 10. Swarming. 2 get created. So it's coming in for 4 go again, no hit effect.
4 with go again, no hit effect. And then you're coming in for 6 more.
At
If you
minimum.
want to.
Yeah.
That's 10.
Yep.
And I have $9.
9 life. Yes. Yeah, I'm right there with you, supervillain. I think 3 Rune Flash in the... If you have Spellblade Assault and you have Deathly Duet is really good. I'll probably be on the same thing. This was my standard vis, but I put in Deathly Duet just to see how it felt. It's great.
You played a non-attack and an attack action.
Mm-hmm.
You can either pitch to swing the sword, which would be lethal.
Probably the worst thing I could do is play a Revel in Runeblood.
Or you could have a red.
A Revel is like 7 rune chance swing sword.
But you don't have any money.
I have a tunic.
It only costs 1 to swing that sword?
Oh, yeah.
Woo! Well, I just got rid of 1 rebel, right? So you can't have another one that close.
Statistically unlikely, right?
All right, we've got to block it here.
It's just the worst thing that could happen.
Okay.
I'm making you aware of the thing that could be the baddest.
Gotta
for you.
block it.
John the Bard says, Assassin feels like Ranger Warrior fusion dance. Which is, that is right where you should be living.
I guess. Block 3.
Take 1?
It's 4?
Yeah, because I created 2 rune chance.
Okay.
It's a 4?
See, because I created 2 ruin chants.
Yeah. I will play Rebel.
Okay, cool.
So then this goes to 9.
9?
Yeah.
It was at 2.
That's right. Create 7.
Card for 7? Why am I even playing? Card for 7?
I wish I could record that. Oh my god. Okay, so let's do the math on it in a second. So then I will tunic, and then I'll swing sword. So you've got 9 2 coming at you. But mathematically, the amount of damage, because for this to be 7, it's really a card for 4. But Mordred makes it 5. This creates 1, triggers Mordred 7. So per card, I played 3 cards here, right?
Mm-hmm.
And used my tunic counter instead of pitching. But 3 cards ended up being 4, 5, 6, 13, 17. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Off of 3 cards and a tunic.
Mm-hmm. So is that 3 cards for 17?
Yeah. Which is like 5 and 5.6.
Yeah, that seems that does seem a little higher than what I'm up to over here.
It is high. Yeah.
Okay. So you have 9 coming at me, so I gotta block some of that. So we may as well pitch this blue to block 3 of it.
Okay.
And then I'll take 6.
Okay. And then you've got 2 and 2 coming at you.
Right. And then we'll let's just restart.
Okay.
Yeah, because like if I block the ruin chance, I take 2 physical. I could take the tunic, but we know where that game's going.
Yeah.
All right, cards we don't like. The lack of cut to the chase is a problem.
But this is slower these days. That's what he said. He is slower.
It's a little slower. Okay. Things we want. We're gonna look at these generics. Enlightened Strike always felt 2 card hungry like usual.
Yeah, that might well be true.
Bigger seems okay. Sinks weren't enough that game. They can be good. I feel like in a perfect world, if I'm actually running the deck well, I should not need 4 blocks. I should be recurring equipment and doing 1
Okay.
block, 3 block.
I like that.
Yeah. That's kind of what my advantage is supposed to be, I think. Keep hitting those breakpoints. So let's just get, because the contract card only does assassin cards, so we might want to cut our density of generics if we're bringing that in, which we are. And I think CNC stays in. I'm not
pretty good.
upset about it. Sinks are definitely out. Razors are a little questionable for me, but it's fine.
I think Razor Snatch is pretty good.
Yeah. So let's go. These turn into Cut the Chase.
Okay.
We've got Cut the Chase blues in.
Yeah.
The flocks stay in. I think the snatches stay in, and the CNCs stay in.
I guess the question is, what else are you trying to fit?
Yeah. Is there yellow Cut the Chase? Should we go that far?
Maybe.
Because at that point, surprise go-agains, we've got 6, 3 razors, 3 cuts. Actually, 2 razors, 3 cuts.
2 razors, 3 cuts, 3 blue cuts.
Yeah, we've got flock and even bigger.
The problem with the blue Cut the Chase for me is if I'm covering up a 4, or a yellow, I mean, then the yellow, like if I block 6. Now, if you're hitting with dagger, though,
Which is usually the case.
that's a different math.
Yeah.
So maybe yellow is relevant.
It's worth considering. Let's just make...
We have blue shred, right?
Yeah, blue
Yeah,
shred.
we have blue shred.
Yeah. Snatch, CNC. We've also, these are kind of in that same pocket. We've got flock.
I mean, I still like the balance of like even bigger razor with the generics that are going on here.
All right, let's hold it here. Good with that?
Yeah. And I really love the Spider's Bite with the CNC.
Yeah, Spider by CNC.
That's like really
great.
good.
That's
yeah.
real good.
Okay,
number 2. But the blue shred has the same problem as a lot of that warrior math, is that you really need that blue to power your bite plus attack, or just play attack plus shred, which is reasonable. All right, first game in the tank. Strangely interested.
a new puzzle to solve.
And we'll just keep cutting generics and adding Cut to the Chase if we keep moving a direction.
Also, the mega turn I had at the end, that's like the pinnacle. So like...
I always hear this from Runeblade players. After they do their 28 damage turn, they always tell me how it's not likely.
Well, it's not unlikely
You guys-
because you play for it. Like
You guys feel that way as well?
two turns in a row, or 3 turns in a row, either Arsenal Mordred protected it from CNC. Like I took down turns to put Mordred there.
Didn't feel like downturns.
And then
Like downturns to me, didn't seem
the cost of Revel is that you have to play a non-attack and attack, play Revel, and still do something after. So
it's definitely not what you're wanting to do.
it is what I want to do, but there's only so many Gloom Veils in the deck.
Yeah.
So the free...
Only so many. You almost ran out there before the
Almost.
game was over. That was crazy.
I'm just saying.
It was right on the edge there,
A lot
wasn't
of times I'm blocking with Revel for 2 because I can't play it. You don't hear about those times. You just see me blocking and being quiet.
Just see those rune blades at the top tables. That's all I'm saying. That's what I see.
Wade saying this is a classic Steven Trap class.
Okay. All right.
You want to go first again for science?
Yeah, sure. Not sure this is a class that, well, if you get enough reactions, it's probably worth going first.
Yeah. I think even just Tunic, the Spider's Bite makes it appealing too because...
Just annoy your...
Okay, there's a card on that.
Could be a mulligan for you. Could be a mulligan, bro.
Is this Goliath? The silver?
Yeah. Just wishful thinking on that one.
Yeah.
Okay, first question. Do we have any reactions? Maybe not. Second question. Do we want to mulligan any cards ourselves? Well, Not really. Third, do we want to give Zach a mulligan? No, we really don't. So if he just blocks with 2 cards...
That is another piece if you're wanting to be on the surprise train. Or the definitely get the reaction go again. Yellow Shred's probably pretty good.
That's the -3.
Mm-hmm.
So where do we put it in? Over Flock or over Enlightened?
Maybe. Just keep your eyes out for cards you want.
One of those, yeah.
To have Shred in.
Shred!
Because like the red Shred seems very low value to me. Because I don't have... Unless they're on 4 blocks. So if they're not on 4 blocks, they're probably on 3 blocks. And if they're attacked, they're already at -2. So the blue is really good. But the yellow...
All right, let's take a turn. Take another. Let's go bite.
Alex Becker says, I think it's funny that Steven's most powerful turn was even bigger than that CNC Razor Snatch. But it was this.
It ended with an assassin card.
This was important too.
Yeah.
Like this made the CNC way better.
Yes.
Coming in for 1, you say.
That's right.
If I do that.
With Pierce.
I want to get rid of that. Block 3.
Okay. And then we'll do a little Rob the Rich. Cards with cost 2 or greater. Coming in for 5. I'm going to look at the top card of your deck there. Depends on your hand there. I'll put that on the bottom.
Block 9.
It'd be sick if you have the contract, flip the go again, play another attack right here. Don't have it.
Excellent.
Let's go here. It would be sick, by the way. Absolutely guttural. Sick.
All right. Yeah. Blue Mauve.
Blue Mauve? Hey, Mauve.
No, that's better. Blue Deathly. Pitching here. So creates a rune chant from this. Gets +2 because I pitched an attack. So it's coming at you for 4. If it hits, create a rune chant.
Right on, and then you got 1 going to the party there. Okay. Well, all right. So things to be aware of with this here hero. I will tell you in just a second. All right, 4 with the boots there.
Okay. Sword 1, 2, 2.
I think it's going to be better for me to actually do this.
Will saying, I've seen some assassins run no rune gloves alongside the lantern to help negate Rosetta. I think if you're pitching, it's a long road.
Yeah, let's just pitch Eradicate. Block 1, take 1.
Okay.
And then take 2.
Okay. Arsenal, casting.
All right. Your favorite of mine. Bite on.
We will take 1. I'm gonna go see if I can cool the room down.
Yeah.
A little spicy.
We're going to slay the scholars. We're going to look at the top card of your deck.
There you go.
Throw that on the bottom.
Are you winning, son?
He's playing Texas.
Have you heard that?
I am winning.
You've heard that.
How many blues do you have in your deck?
21.
Is it good to push those to the bottom?
Can be.
Yeah. Does he have an all blue hand or not?
What's the
4
contract?
non-attack.
No block.
I'll crack these booties.
Banish and not attack. He's rich.
Yeah, so I get 1 silver.
Silver and gold.
And we'll do a snatch for 4.
Mm-hmm. My attacks are -1.
Yeah. I know you're not gonna let that hit. It's not your bones can't do it.
Yeah, I can't allow it.
You send that grass, maybe that hat. Even if you're not gonna use it, just send the hat.
The hat. I think the play is 2 for 4.
You got it.
I like that dagger.
Yeah, strangely good in it.
It is strangely good. A 1 damage attack you don't want to block that makes all your attacks block for 1 less. It's pretty good. Alright. Runeblood Incantation. Comes in with 3 tokens on it. I'll use my 2 floating to create a rune chant.
All daily cats, huh?
Yeah. We're going to play a Swarming Gloomveil. So 1 pops. 1 gets created. I have created 3 auras. Played 1, made 1, made 1. So it's coming in for 4. If it hits, my arcane damage is unpreventable for the turn.
You got 1 in the pocket there.
1 in the pocket, no resources though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, how much damage did that attack do? 4?
The one that you took?
Yeah.
4, yeah.
Thanks, Wade.
It's a good way to win.
Yeah, no. How can I win if you never take damage?
Okay. Okay. I understand how these work. It's coming in for 4.
4 and 1.
4, right. When can I buy these boots again? Where does that happen? At the start of your turn, destroy 2 silvers. Okay. Got it. No tricky business, no Runeblade business in the middle of the turn there.
Alright. Snap.
Let's go 4 here.
Are you taking the Rooney?
Yeah.
Then, should I be 4 more life less?
No, I think it's probably an older chat.
Read the runes.
Very nice.
Over to you. We're just a building.
I'm working
The
on
helmet
a
doesn't go away.
building. I'm working on a building. Working on a building for my load. For my load. All right, let's sack the shifty here. 0 for 4. Cards with base go again. Let me take a look. I'll put that on the bottom.
Black 6.
Wow.
The old Runeblade turn. Don't you see? I told you they existed.
I cut the chase. I'll give it +3.
Oh.
And I'll look at the top of the Defending Heroes deck. I can put it on the bottom.
Take one.
Give me a look. I'll leave that there.
It hits.
And then I'll banish your Mavrian Skies.
Alright, gain a silver.
Gain a
Look at him go.
And then I'll arsenal here.
Start my turn. Wasting a chance.
Yeah, wait, hold on a second. I think I wanted to pop this. I'm going to take another crack at that.
Right.
Yeah, banish it.
Alright, boom. Another silver.
And a bones.
Contract fulfilled.
We got it.
We're going to play Amplify the Arachnne. 6 arcane, 6 physical. The old 1 card 12.
6 arcane, 6 physical.
Yeah.
Yikes. Okay. Now, what I need to know is the odds-o-meter, you know? Like, how many of your cards are 2 block or less? How many of your cards have go again? How many of your cards are 1 cost or less?
I don't even know that math.
You should. You're supposed to.
Nah, dude. You just draw the hands, you play them.
Nah, dude. All right, we're going to block 6. I guess this is probably my favorite. Block 6, take 6.
Yeah. Arsenal pass. Start your turn. You have any triggers?
Yes. I'm going to buy back the boots. It's just weird because then you want to block with them before you use them, you know? But then you've got these hands where you just got to use them.
Sometimes it do be like that.
Let's go attack the shifty 0 for 4.
What's it do?
Put that on the bottom. Hits things with base go again.
Okay. 0 for 4, he says. No block.
All right.
Now we're banishing.
Yeah, I'll react here.
Boom. Banish?
Yeah.
No go again.
Okay. Got that blue though.
Nailed it.
Okay. And then we'll Tunic, Eradicate. I'm banishing yellow cards, and if it hits, banish the top X. And this will still count the go again cards.
Now that's
a blocker.
pod racing. It's coming in for 4. 1 card in hand. That smells like a +3 to me.
Oh, come on. I just feel like you actually have to block these cards. That's something. I need to look at the top too. I'll leave it.
No block.
All right.
Let's see the assassin and all their glory.
No reaction. Yeah.
Oh,
4 damage.
I took this first.
Yeah.
4 damage.
Yeah.
Take 4. Banish 4.
Yeah. Top 4.
And you're looking for go agains and yellows.
1
go again. Go again and yellow.
So that's 3.
Go again.
4.
Go again and yellow.
5, 6.
I have 3 yellows in my deck, and they're right there.
Any one of them was there at least.
He's rich.
We'll see if it gets good for me now.
Zico says it's good being a rich assassin.
You must have a baller hand. Terrifying.
Create a rune chant. It's more terrifying than it is relieving.
It's cool what I did,
Honestly.
but you get 5 cards for 27,000 damage.
Let's start with the Mordred Tide.
Yeah.
It's where all good things start. Let's go Blue Mavrian. Creates 2 rune chains. Let's go Amplify the Arcanite. 3 Arcane. 2 get created. Coming in for 6. If it hits, I
At
get
the
2 more.
start of my turn, I buy that back. Not at the start of your turn.
Right. Yeah.
Or
Black
that
Tech,
would have been better.
Black Tech Whispers. Let's see.
That would have been better.
I got something I was thinking about.
At the start of your turn. What if you're reading this?
Well, who is you?
If you're reading this, then I can buy him back, right?
Is this the Champions thing?
I don't know. I don't know, guys. What's going on here? God, this is dumb. What's happening? Every time you make a guy, you get a guy, and then you get a -3. What's happening?
I create a rune chant, sorry.
Sure.
Mordred,
Yeah.
Mavrian,
Yeah.
Viscerai triggers. Two rune chants from this.
Uh-huh.
This costs -X for each rune chant, so it's free. 6 physical with go again. 3 rune chants pop. Viscerai triggers creates 2 more rune chants.
Mm-hmm.
If it hits, creates a rune chant from this, which is actually 2 because of Mordred.
If it hits, it's worth 2.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you need now. I only got to block 6. That's all I got to block.
Mm-hmm.
I'll block 6, dude.
I'm sure you will.
All right, I'll take 3.
Mm-hmm.
Block 6.
Play a Deathly Duet. Pitching a non-attack. 2 run chance pop. 2 get created from this. 2 get created from this. 1 gets created from this. So it's coming in for 2 and 2. No hit effect. No go again. All clear.
You have the boots.
Yeah, I don't have any cards.
You have no cards in hand.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is just old-fashioned.
Mm-hmm.
Good luck. Well, I do have some choices to make. And you've got no cards in hand.
Hmm.
Nothing's going in the arsenal.
5 run chance, stick around.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Got it. So, max value Hamilton math says no hit effect. 2 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
Max value Hamilton math says
Take it.
take it.
I agree.
Okay. Now, I've got a question here. Do I go Perdition and Legs, or do I save it for the Legs drought that is about to come?
The Legs drought.
I'll buy them both. Let's just play with both the things.
I'd probably save it for the old Legs, but...
I agree. But it's also 1 armor.
Mm-hmm.
What is this? Let's just play with the cards, right? Play with the cards. Okay. As much as I don't want you, this was the wrong time for you. You poor, poor card. All right. Pitch Surgical for Spider's Bite. If I had given me any blues in that hand, I'd have played that Surgical in heart. You know what I'm saying?
Take 1? Yeah.
Okay. I'll do a Slay the Scholars, pick up a 2-unit counter. I'll bottom that.
What's Color's test? What's its trigger?
Non-attacks.
No ball.
All right, I'll pass your action.
Take 4?
Mm-hmm.
Banish an attack.
Arsenal leave.
This creates a merchant. It would be cool if you could get this back at the start of my turn.
Yeah, it would be a lot less awkward. That's not why we're here, is it?
It's not. Red Mauvrion. Red Shrill. 6 rune chance pop. 1 gets created. It's coming in for 7. If it hits, I'll create 3 more rune chance. The Red Shrill Red Mauvrion is the juice.
Pretty good one, isn't it? Okay. We'll go 6, 1, and we'll take the 6 Roonies.
Mm-hmm.
Still get them all red hands in this boy.
Maybe we need 21.
Maybe we need 21.
Swing sword, 1, 2, 2. It would help you with the surgical turns too.
Yeah. So we got to take all the rune chance for given the all reds. That's not a trade you want.
Yeah.
We might block the 2, but it really comes down to
Also go ahead and block with mask.
yeah. Free armor, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's when it's really awkward. It's awkward math because it's just like Ranger and Warrior in this way. So if you block this out, I have no way of the boots can't give it go again, so I can play the second attack.
Yeah.
So you block here for 2. You've only given me 1 opportunity to block, which I've taken. I block here for 2 and being inefficient. You're also at 21, so you probably are looking to just take a hit and YOLO me back.
Mm-hmm.
So it's probably safe to hold 2. So I'll block 1 and take 1.
Okay. Or so bad. I definitely want to start applying the gas because we're getting closer and closer to these cards you've been putting on the bottom of my deck, which don't make me happy.
These cards do not bring joy.
They do not spark joy, dog. It's a good
But you've got so much armor, you can also just simply block it.
tank.
You do need more of those contract cards, man, because like you've got to have the third card has to be a pump. It either goes into Arsenal or it actually works.
Yeah.
I think they made it right. So what I have to really do right now is try to get you to play the least valuable card, the one that you were least likely to block. Plunder the Poor. Let's look at the top card. 1 or less. 1 cost or less. I'll throw that on the bottom.
And this is coming in for 4.
Yeah.
All right.
Because you can just fridge this and then swing 5 back. You kind of have to honor a reaction, I guess. In some ways. This could be a good deck. This could be good. It's got ideas.
No block.
All right. I'm going to boot it. Boot, scoot, and boogie. Take 4. We'll banish the top.
2 cost.
Cool, dude.
Ben asking, how has the assassin fared? I don't think it's bad.
No, it's quite good. Leave no witnesses. Banish red cards. And then when it hits, banish the arsenal as well. And I'll look at the top card of your deck, please. And I'll throw that on the bottom, too.
Block with the hat. Put this on bottom. Draw a card. Take 2.
Take 2. Looks good.
Banish.
Banish 1, yes.
It is red. Mordred Tide.
It is red. Is it 1 or less?
Yep.
2 silver. Here
He's
we go.
stacking them deep and selling them cheap.
Ooh, that Crown of Dominion is good, isn't it?
The Crown of Providence. It is very good.
Yeah. All right, so we've got to try to live through your 5 card here. Okay, bring it on. Step in the hand for it.
Let's become the Arachnne.
Yeah, sure, dude.
I'm gonna get rid of a scene.
Oh, I should have perditioned that last one too. That's fine.
Want an extra?
Is it still up there?
Technically
Have you
not.
touched the deck yet?
Because I
Is it after the crown?
use the crown.
I'd still do it after that.
Oh yeah, it's the same thing.
Let's hit one.
It is a red that is 0 cost.
That's 2 more doodads.
Yep. So, and that's a very relevant banish actually.
Yay! What did we get? The rebel? Mm-hmm. Woo! We're about to draw it.
That's what I was gonna go get it with my become the Arachnne. So
You got a rebels?
interesting.
Ooh! Maybe it is about getting to this here end game.
This here bigs me. Oh man, that's crazy.
You're not second cycle yet, though, are you? No, not even close. Huh. You got a lot of blues down there? Mm-hmm. Yeah, you do.
Let's get Blue Marvin. That's funny. That's the exact card I was going to get.
That's great. We made it work.
All right. So then we will create a enchant. And then we will CNC.
It's dynamite.
CNC. 1 rune chant, 6 physical. You know the drill.
Take 1 rune enchant. Does this stuff go again?
No.
Cool. You have any weird spellbound creeper tricks?
I do have spawn creepers and 2 resources.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do, man. Come on. I'll play the cards that I was dealt. Listen up, man. Listen up. I think it's gonna be just fine. How much health you got? 15? Oof. Zach, it's ugly. It's ugly, man. It's ugly. This is not what we want. We're gonna get those boots back though, aren't we?
You sure are.
You sure are.
Arr.
Okay, then I'm gonna play a different game. I'm gonna play a block 6.
Okay. I'll let it resolve. Then I'll use my creepers to play a revel. Create 5 rune chants. So I would have done that and done it again. And then it would have been 10 arcane, but instead it's not that.
So 9 total.
522.
I think
Willie. Ooh, he was gonna double revel.
let's see. I'll go to 3. Is there any?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sure, man. Let's go to 3.
All right.
You only live once.
Life's made for living.
You only live once. Let's buy back all of our stuff. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Breakdown, baby. Okay. Look at that. Fresh equipment and a tunic. Come on now.
He back.
Guess who's back? Cycle shifty. 0 for 4.
Noise.
Go again cards. Throw it on the bottom.
Cards in.
2. Definitely no pumps.
It's fine. I gotta make you use it. Block 4.
All right, you got it.
We got him.
So it's like so awkward. It's so awkward. It's one of those decks where if you plan, you have to plan for an input that you can't control. I hate those decks. Why do I play them all the time? But I've got an even bigger than that can't block. I'm sure as heck I'm going to pitch it. I've got another thing that doesn't block for 3, you know what I'm saying?
Just cut him.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Create a rune chant. Use the tunic. Shrill. 1 arcane, 7 physical.
7 physical.
Mm-hmm.
Goodness gracious.
He's a chunky boy.
Yeah, we got to get these 2 blocks out of here. This is a long game deck. I'm more convinced than ever.
Yeah. If you get their armor recurring, it's really good.
Yeah. More convinced than ever, honestly.
This was a really productive stream.
Yeah.
I feel like we learned a lot. We rarely stream to the 5 o'clock hour.
This doesn't have to go again?
No.
Okay, then we need to think about if there's a way to actually win. You're at 15 still? No, there's not a way to win. You kidding me?
My deck is real bad. And look at this. It's thin.
It's an impossibility. All right, what's our Hail Mary here? This is a Hail Mary card. That's a Hail Mary card.
Shiochi's saying, come to fight does seem good here.
This is a Hail Mary.
It's a little on a curve.
So we do that, then we do that, and we do that, and then we do that. I mean, those are adequate Hail Marys, I gotta tell you. You're coming in for 7, technically 8.
1 and 7.
Let's just take that, obviously.
Obvi.
And then let's look at 7 in a vacuum. We drop 6. I mean, it is the most Hail Maryness card ever. So we pinch there, we do that, we do that.
You said we're not streaming next week. What's the schedule the week after that?
Marble Champ.
Uh-huh.
Keyforge.
Uh-huh. Marble Champions Keyforge, Tuesday.
Nightmare Before Christmas.
Nightmare Before Christmas on Wednesday.
Crokinole and
Finale.
Throwback. Yeah.
So this is the last Fab stream of 2022.
Ever.
Literally, we're done. I'm retiring from the game. It's a lie.
I'll use the tunic, block 1, and then crack the tunic into the party. So I'm gonna get that back. So basically, use tunic, gain 1,
To Arcane
then block
Barrier.
3, 4, 5, 6, and then take 1.
Okay. Awesome. Pass.
All right, let's go bite for 1.
We're in the end game now.
No, you're not supposed to do that. You can't do that.
I'm gonna throw the tunic at it,
That's
of
the
course,
one thing you're never supposed to do.
because I'm a genius. This is high level Fab now. Look, the game's not gonna last 3 more turns. If the game lasts 3 more turns, I've lost anyway. So the tunic's useless besides armor.
I know, but you're not supposed to think
supposed
that
to do
way.
that.
You're not supposed to think about that. All right, Snatch, coming at you for 4.
Oh, dog. I'm sorry. Oh, man.
Oh, it's got Piercing. It will block for 2. Who's laughing now at the keyword we forgot to read
Hold
all
on.
the time? Yeah. Who's laughing now, huh?
Ooh.
Don't think about what you just saw, you know?
Oh, whatever. Okay, I'll take 1.
Oh my gosh.
You got it.
You wouldn't believe it's even bigger than that if you can believe it.
Oh, it's so bad. It's so much worse. What was I doing?
All right.
Assume the fetal position.
I'm going to wait and see if this works for me.
Even bigger than that. We learned our lesson.
Yeah, you did.
Fine. Jim, this man thought a tunic could block a spider's bite.
What an idiot.
That spider snuck
What
right
a
in.
literal idiot.
Idiot.
Okay, so we've got even bigger than that going. We're going to reveal some stuff, but this opt is important. Well, fortunately, I'm going to throw both of those at the bottom. Need some very specific things. I'm going to reveal this and create a Quicken token. I'm going to play a Snatch for 4.
Weird.
Let's go again.
All right.
Who needs contracts when you have good generic cards? The contract is play Welcome to Wraith cards.
That's right.
That's the best contract we've ever had.
Just a second.
This Goliath Gauntlet is an all-star this game. I don't think I've seen a single CNC. You better watch it, buddy. That means they're on the way. Are your cards bad yet? Really? God, I
mean-
worked really hard.
They're of the aqua.
You're saying I
coloring.
was banishing them to get them closer to your hand?
I mean, you
They're all blues?
did banish a lot of really good
At
cards.
least tell me they're blues.
They are blue.
All of them.
All of them.
Well, surely you can't win with that. There's no way you can do unpreventable arcane damage with that Rosetta Thorn twice in a row. Not possible.
I'm just Just a second. 1, 2. Yeah, you got problems. I will
Now you have problems. Have you considered that?
block for 4.
Okay. Cool. You didn't have any attacks in your hand.
I do have attacks in my hand.
Okay. Well, here's another one.
I just
There's another snatch for you there.
opted to not. 1 card, 1 money. That looks like a razor to me, dog.
16 in the middle of Miami. Sure does.
No block. You can
Yeah, we got it.
get me. Take 7.
Exactly what we needed. That enlightened strike just right at the perfect time. Oh my gosh.
That's a classic chef's kiss right
Can you
there.
imagine how good that is to see an enlightened strike right there? That's great. I'm just happy about it.
Everyone loves it.
Everyone loves it.
Everyone in the room loves it. All of us
Oh,
together.
you thought one was good. How about 3 enlightened strikes in a singular hand? That's where the money's
Like
at.
2 strikes, swing for 7, dog.
That's where the bread is buttered.
Let's go lead the charge. Blue Shrill. Creates a enchant. Coming at you for 5 with an action point floating.
5 with an AP. No little Rooney boys?
No, didn't start with any.
No.
I created one. When I swing sword, there will be a Rooney Tooney.
I think this is going to be stuck here the whole game now. I'm never going to be able to have a card I can rock to it. Rooney Toonies.
This is where it says, this being the last year Fab stream of the year has our boys really fighting for bragging rights.
What is that? You have 20 cards in your hand?
That's my banishing.
Oh, okay. You're going to swing that sword, aren't you?
Totally, yeah.
Are you going to revel first?
There are no rebels left.
Great.
But otherwise, I would have gone to get one earlier when I had the chance.
Yeah, I bet you would have. 5, huh? And then we got to block some arcane. We hate it. 5.
1, 2, 2.
Horrid. Horrid.
This is the cycle
Game
that never
is
ends.
done. Yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
You can prevent 2, take 1 block. Yeah. And then... So I have to be able to swing the sword, hypothetically. I have this in Arsenal to kill you as well. Like next turn.
Yeah, cool. Cool, dude.
Which, weirdly, with this hand, I would not have been able to swing the sword. So without that in Arsenal, I can't just kill
I
you.
didn't put any of those down there.
They were just in there. I shuffled before we got to the second cycle
Right.
with it become the Arachnne. So, but that, look at what's left past that point, though. In terms of threats. I basically I have 5 reds left, a bunch of blues.
Mm-hmm.
Which, just even swing sword, right? You kind of have to have 9 attack of some kind.
You probably go in with a strategy
That's a good start.
of like what cards are you trying to rid them of?
If you're trying to go long game, it may be worth putting AB on the Glyphon slot.
Yeah, that's obviously an option.
But
I feel like you
don't
need a
know.
little bit more blue if you're gonna go that direction.
Yeah.
But we have some blues that are runnable.
Mm-hmm.
Some
Even
blue 3 blocks.
Even the blue 3 block that gets 4 silver if you fulfill the contract, like once you get the silver train running, it's a lot of health that you gotta save.
Yeah. I mean, I ended with silver. Obviously, you took a big hit there.
Yeah. It definitely, to me, and you know, this is early testing on this deck, but
I don't think you enlightened strike in this.
I feel like there's like 1 or 2 cards. You need just a pinch more big hit effect.
Yeah.
Because there are definitely turns where it's kind of just...
Man, anything that's not 3 blocking in this deck feels really bad.
Yeah.
It feels very bad. Because maybe your biggest advantage is like you're recurring these little dinky armor pieces, and so you're constantly blocking 4 and 7 hit. What do you call them? Hit zones.
Breakpoints.
Breakpoints. Thank you.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, breakpoints. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it is hard to get hit effects on you for that reason.
So if you're all 3 blocks, your Mask and Iron Rot, or this one, the Black Tech. Gosh, maybe you even... If you have Iron Rod on top of that, in everything that's not AB, maybe you go Iron Rod here too. Maybe it is just a long slugging game.
If you're going long, you can also make that the 1 for 2.
Yeah.
Just off of Tunic, you just do it.
Mm-hmm. Just block 2.
If you're really trying to live a long time.
It feels like there's some tweaks here and you can get it done.
Yeah.
You can definitely do something.
I think the main thing is like
Let's zoom out here.
It's grindy, and it's little. I mean, I think it's well designed, but there's also just very few of those giant moments, and it's kind of like, even when you hit with a big silver, the fact that 2 of my 3 yellows were in the top 4 is awesome for you.
Yeah, that's crazy. That was unreal. So I mean, it just comes down to, though, you've seen it now. Like, what is the win? What is the winning? How are you winning? You're not doing the most damage at all. Your cards don't have...
I mean, the Spider's Bite is a very effective tool.
Yeah.
Like the 2 cost, 1 damage that you don't really want to block that makes all my attacks bad at blocking. But then it's hard for you to make too much use of it.
1 cost attacks with hit effects are not terribly prevalent.
Which is where you get back into Rangerville.
Yeah.
The 1 for 5s with hit effects. It's like, wait a second, I've done this before.
Yeah. Well, at least the Ranger hit effects are quite good.
Yeah, and sometimes I dominate.
Yeah.
They have the restriction of only being able to be played from your arsenal.
Yeah, Spider's Bite at 2 makes that a very strange math that you're playing.
Yeah. But like Spider's Bite CNC with Tunic
Solid.
is a solid play. That's where I almost feel like if you had 2 different 1 for 5s that had powerful hit effects, because there were turns where it was really terrifying and obnoxious. I think the deck probably wins by, currently at least, sneaking in the damage. Like, I don't want to block the Spider's Bite. And then your ability to, like, post-pump stuff.
Yeah. But the weird thing about the post-pump is that the hit effect that you're triggering has to be greater than that 3 block that you just... Because, I mean, it's 3 for a card. So if your turns are consistently like card for 4, card for 3, that's not quite enough.
Yeah.
With the hit effect, if you're able to target specifically good things that you can take down, that's relevant. But I guess, I don't know, like how many decks are really relying on, if they hit these 2 cards and banish them, I can't win.
Yeah. Not many.
I mean, the combo decks you could potentially dismantle.
I think that's what we were even seeing here. Someone was saying the kind of the Emperor's No Close situation is realizing that a lot of the banishes just don't matter.
They don't matter at all.
That's what I was managing here, right?
Yeah.
I was ahead 15 health to 3.
Yeah.
And I was giving you...
Even the big banish you gave me.
Yeah.
We have to find a way for banishing to matter. But in card games, that has almost never been the case, because you can always just get people closer to better hands.
Yeah. And like Regicide would be good if you had me down to low health and I couldn't block with anything that was banished. So you could like really count it out and be like, okay, he
can't block with anything.
He can't block with anything. Like, he's dead.
And then if it's 3 or more, yeah.
But that's what I'm trying to like. I'm trying to figure out how to get over that.
Yeah, trying to think of cards that, I mean, there are just like blocking 0 for 4, blocking 0 for 4, and then hope that your banishes hit in a way that it actually slows somebody down.
I think what you're saying, though, about the 0 for 4 is if you are recurring the armor, it's less valuable to you.
Yeah.
All your stuff blocks are 3 plus a 1 armor, you're already at 4.
Right. Well, I mean, the 0 for 4 attacks.
Oh, yeah.
So
block 9, send 4.
Maybe it's kind of like a Valiant Dynamo deck in that your 0 for 4 hits, your 0 for 4 hits, then you win 1 armor back, and then maybe you take a slightly bigger turn with Go Again. Or maybe you Mask of Perdition, and then you banish 2. 0 for 4, 0 for 4. Maybe against aggro, that's what you have to do. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out how... If it was search your deck and banish a card when these things hit, sure. That'd be crazy.
Yeah. Or look at their hand and banish. Or...
Yeah. So the Arsenal one is good. You have to block that one.
Or banish from hand is also pretty good.
You crown the first one. The banish from hand is good, but it costs 2, so you can't bite and do it without giving 2 cards to pitch. Or that is your Tunic play.
Yeah.
Yikes. And against like heavy armor classes, that's really tough.
Yeah, you could get into a world where you are that card becomes it's tough. That's what it feels like. There's something missing because the 2 cost makes you want to run pummel.
Yeah.
Because if you pummeled and got that ability on the 2 cost,
Shut them down for a turn.
it's damage and stop them from doing anything.
Yeah.
But you don't have enough 2 cost things to make pummel viable.
Yeah, no way. Any other ideas? I mean, you can see how they want you to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure how they want you to do it involves you holding a lot of cards, but you have to look at where the heroes are compounding value. So this is doing that off Mavrian and the things that generate extra ruin chance. So your cards are producing more value than 3. The banish effects, we have to find a way for banish effects to be 1 or 2 points of value when they hit.
Yeah.
Maybe that's where cash in comes back. Maybe it's not about grabbing the armor every time.
But the tough part of that is like cash in nets you a card, but your deck struggles with a big hand.
Yeah, definitely.
So
it would be like hold the cash in, play it, get a 2 card hand. Spider's Bite 1 cost attack, and then get more silver.
Yeah, I don't know.
We have to find a way to exploit silver because the banish effects don't matter, so you're getting the silver benefit. We have to find a way to we have to find a way to make silver work.
Yeah. Or the banishes have to be more impactful.
Yeah.
Or like part of me wants to say if you're playing the defensive thing, you could run some amount of the like Vandal's Fighting Spirit stuff where you're planning to block and send 8 just to kind of stall. It's like block 6, send 8 just to force them to have to either take damage or whatever. But where Icelander makes use of that is that sometimes she has turns where she just shuts your entire turn down.
Right.
None of your effects are doing that.
Right.
Like, even if you had some of the sort of ranger effects here, you lose go again for the turn of this hits.
Yeah, that kind of stuff's good.
Or if you banish a go again card, they lose go again for the turn. So it just kind of feels like he's going to struggle into aggro, I think, specifically.
Yeah.
Just because he can't go as fast as them, and he's not controlling enough to slow them down. Because this isn't even the fastest. Like, play against Fi, and it would get uncomfortable very quickly.
Yeah. There's something about recurring this armor that's notable. Because Perdition... But even then, it's just worse Dynamo is the problem. Which, heaven forbid.
Yeah.
That's the reality.
Yeah, because it's Dynamo that you only get back. 2 things that are worse about it. You only get it back once you have 2 silver.
The ways. Yeah.
So you actually have to hit.
Yeah.
And hit your banishes. It's not just hit the attack either. It's hit the thing. And to even get it in the discard pile in the first place, you have to have a thing that hits to give go again. So like Dynamo, you just have to swing at something twice.
Yeah.
Which you can almost do.
This is what I don't understand. So Michael's saying, I play with tons of D-Rex and just attrition, at least into aggro. I've decked out a lot of 5s with that. I don't see anything in this card pool that allows you to have a lot more value on defense.
It's just the recurring armor, if anything.
It's the recurring armor that requires you to play attacks to make use of.
Yeah, and a lot of Fis don't like to block.
Right. So that's where the 0 for 4, occasionally you get a 1 armor back. Is that really enough to attrition a good Fi? Surely not. You don't even have any special defense reactions. You're running Sinks and Fates
I don't think so.
and Unmovables?
I really don't think so.
There's no way. No. Huh. There's got to be some numbers here.
Yeah.
There doesn't. I know this game.
Yeah,
There doesn't have to be numbers. It doesn't have to work.
I honestly would not be surprised if there are like 2 or 3 really important cards in the Outsider set.
Yeah. Coming up.
For this specifically.
It still functions. It functions as good as Ranger and Warrior right now.
It definitely functions. I assume in Blitz it's also even more functional, like before you even get down to it. But it does feel when you got to have an answer to aggro. That's like step 1 of a deck.
Yeah.
Like all the reactions and stuff, that's really good into Old Him. Especially the defensive style Old Him.
Yeah.
Even the aggro Old Him, a lot of his hit effects are like, oh, you know, Spinal Crush, you lose go again. It's like, okay, I'll just play my attack and pump it, or whatever it is.
Now you could, maybe it is trying to. Maybe you're looking for. I think if you had one moment. What's that card? If you have one moment where you eradicate at +3, even then they're gonna block 4, so you're gonna get 3 cards off the top. It's just not enough.
Yeah.
Maybe it's close. I don't know.
I mean, if you really were going fatigue, eradicate pumping like 6 or 9.
that would be
Banish
somewhere.
9.
Yeah.
And you do that. Literally, your goal is to live long enough to do that 3 times.
Yeah, but you take. I mean, you take 16 to 18 to do that.
Yeah.
Is the problem.
I don't know what to
I
tell
don't
you.
know what to do about that one. Yeah, interesting. So winning agenda saying, what's up, Jesse? The numbers aren't there because the average 4-card hand is slightly too small and the disruption isn't disruption now. It's meta disruption for the long game.
Yeah, like if the games were consistently going through the second cycle, and you were basically messing their pitch stack up and banishing key cards along the way.
Yeah, and putting trash cards on the bottom.
That's where that is very relevant. But
Yeah.
that's against aggro specifically, they have enough gas to kill you before that matters.
And it would be one if Assassin's cards, if they had defense reactions that were banishing cards when you defend, that would to me be a perfect scenario for fatigue to make sense. Because you're achieving that banish objective while also not taking a ton of damage to do it. Because like if I'm gonna take 16 damage to come back and banish 3 to 4 cards off of your deck, I will never get to the stack in time to win. To see the benefits of all those banishes.
That was even like that one play you blocked my CNC. Maybe in the first game. It's like you can't just take 6.
Yeah.
Like as fancy as your hand was.
You
at the
can
time.
send back fancy. But again, I mean, if we've got Enlightened Strikes and Razors and this kind of stuff in the deck that is not built for the idea of fatigue style play. And that is the only way to take advantage of banishes. You just have to get them. You have to take advantage of the fact they have less cards to play with over the course of the game.
Yeah.
Well, this is a fun puzzle.
Yep. It's
Thanks for watching, everybody.
it was good to see. I hadn't played against Assassin yet, and it feels close.
There'd be an optimized version of this.
Yeah, I'm curious. We'll see soon. ProQuest season, I think. If anyone out there has figured it out,
You'll find out.
We'll
then,
start
won't
seeing
you?
it. Yeah.
I do like this into this being the null run. AB2 there would be really nice. Pump up the blue count just a little bit. We have a lot of blue 3 blocks to choose from, so we can do that.
Yeah, and you just trying to live longer. Because it wasn't... I mean, I was at 7. I took a hit to get you at the end, but... my deck was getting pretty weird.
Yeah, so just time. Just time. All right. Well, that's something to think about. Thanks, everybody, for being here.
Thanks for being here.
Last FAB stream of the year. Did we say that?
That's right. If you don't see us between now and the end of the year, have a great holiday season. And thanks for being a part of everything we do.
Jump on our subscription. We've got exclusive promos sent with every box through that sub. Boxes are at minimum advertised price. Help keep us on the air, etc.
Sign up for ProQuest.
And sign up for the ProQuest in Tulsa, if you're around or if you're a local. But Outsiders is coming in March, it sounds like. So
March 24th, I think is what they said.
So sign up now. Subscription's totally free, and then you'll get charged about 4 weeks before Outsiders release date. You'll get that at the best price online, and also exclusive promo cards for your trouble. Who could hate it?
And tokens we've been using.
Yeah.
We'll be going away December 30th.
Last day you can
get your
pre-order
orders
those.
in.
Take care, everybody. We'll see you next time.